Nobody will take Tansian University away from me because I'm the one that used my facility as a collateral to obtain the license. Say, one, get out of my Radiant Industries property and pay me all they are standing since you stopped John Bosco from paying me. Father Edwin Obiora, a demon, parade himself as a human being, came and deceived John Bosco. Manager for FIT University, happens earlier John Bosco. John Bosco, ne wangoli, no young was university. Innocent to keje fanyo way into John Bosco congregation. Whereas naturally, Oje master how to forge John Bosco signature. He was doing it absent of John Bosco. John Bosco no idea of all this forgery done by innocent 2K. He couldn't have allowed it. A wise governor of Igbo extreme shall banish corpses deposition in mortuaries in Igboland. People that use undertaker and the mortuary as a factory should close down. Nothing like faith. Faith can move mountain is not truth. What can move mountain is bulldozer and the dynamite. 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes were used to feed 5,000 people. I can use the same 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes and feed 1 million people. Nothing like miracle. What I believe that is miracle is creativity and invention. Like when some people say in prayer, our Father, give us our daily bread. That's an insult to our God. Minus sun, there's no Christianity. Minus moon, there's no Islam. Minus the earth, there's no Menana. Ihe buru Rojenny was mortuary. And when heaven went live in Anambra State, here they boom now burial ceremonies. Mortuary business in Anambra is what is punishing the social happiness and joy of people.
Gbam, 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 gbam. And the by Umaka say me and not Gbam. You guys know where we are. Ebina Botande or the Cordian, the cream of the society. You have to go and the bono vacuo Gbam, the big talkers, and they will leave a faggy who bono vacuo Gbam. Open on that Gbam, a man of Gbam. We bring only the big talkers. I know about people from all spheres of life. Afam Kabo, Dr. Chijoke, Gwendo, Dogubu, Yamba, Izbotowanyaba. Tata Ayunwelo, a senior man, will have one of the elites in Anambra State, one of the stakeholders, an OG. Onyabono, most of you, if younger, say, we have ever, now, Kana Batano, Ezigbo Mado, Okenya, Nanyuku. Let's welcome Chief Rommy Ezeonwuka, Ogilisibo. Ogilisibo. If you grew up in Anambra State or Southeast, you will know about Rojenny Oba. Before we have the likes of Fun City, Wonderland, we had Rojenny. Rojenny was one of the choice destinations we have in Anambra State. Eba Neje Aleanya, Eba Neje Klima Ball. In Anamakoba today, this man is one of the people that made Oba. Rojenny is a big name. Chief Rommy, non-Gbam. Non-Gbam. You are still looking very fresh. Somebody that is working with non-Gbam. Welcome.
Hello.
Chief Rommy Ezeonwuka. You can flow in any diction. Obono English, Batagon, Obono Igbo. Go ahead, please, sir.
Well, Dalu. Rojenny Rommy Ezeonwuka amụrụ m n'akpa onye akpụ dị n'Agụata. Ebido m business at early stage of my life. As a matter of fact, ije na Google, you can read more about me. I'm the first person traveled to Taiwan, 1976. Then copied the Japanese papers in Taiwan, and become the major importer of those papers. It was where Navy papers, motorcycle papers, actually was booming. Most of the people that come up from motorcycle papers at the Navy knows that actually my copying that papers, Japanese origin in Taiwan, makes the motorcycle profit to be high. Like when an item was $2 in Japan, I copied it at 30 cents in Taiwan. and the quality is almost closer to original. So it was booming. And my customer trusted me that they were shipping the goods I was selling, returning their money. And from there, I made my fortune to expand into industries. In industries, I was the first person that established toothpick industries, which I was exporting to Europe. About 1978, 79, 80, I was exporting toothpick to Europe. Then I brought in the fiberglass technology, which fiberglass is the raw material you use in making the aircraft fuselage. I use it to make a water tank as against rust, because we were fabricating a metal water tank, which was rusting water, which was very dangerous for human consumption. So I took it as an invention, to invent using fiberglass, which is not rusting, to make a water tank, because I saw the same thing in Taiwan. It was then called Century Water Tank, and it was booming. That's how, and too, I was using the fiberglass technology to produce sanitary waste. Then I brought in a lot of, I believe in creativity, and I believe in stealing technology. This one you say transfer technology, I don't believe in it. I believe you steal the technology. Like Japan steal technology from Europe,
Yes.
Germany. Then Taiwan steal from Japan. Then I steal from Taiwan. You know, it was Taiwan that made commodities very cheap, as China is making commodities of the world very cheap now. Because in area countries, they believe in productivity. Most of the school there is skill acquisition. This down here, we do this secondary school, Europe, read and write, memorize. It's not a way of success of an economy in a country. In Oriental, they believe in skill acquisition.
Yes.
They believe in primary education up to university level.
Yes.
This idea, you do primary, later you turn into secondary. Secondary is something secondary.
Yes.
You can expand primary up to the level of the highest echelon of studies. Then
Yes.
you know how to do everything primarily. You know, like
Yes.
I believe in learning and I believe in knowing everything. I know a lot of things in industry, in soccer, and eventually I come into believing that there are certain things you can do to make a country great. Something like industry, something like the water, making water available, electricity available, all these things develop a country. So you have to have adequate electricity, adequate water supply, especially that energy must be 100% in a country you want to succeed. So what lacks in Nigeria and in our education, Western education, is it doesn't put us into productivity.
Yes.
Instead, it puts us into cramming something, amount of rainfall in Brazil, which we don't need here. We want to measure the rainfall and know what does it give.
Yes.
Don't teach me about rainfall in Brazil. I don't need it. What I need is measure the rainfall. Let me see the difference now. So those are Western education that teaches memory. I don't like it. That's why I believe in practicality and so on and so forth. Yes.
Thank you very much. One thing you will enjoy here on Gbam is that we will allow you to express yourself. And because I'm loaded. And then there's a lot we need to hear from you. Chief Rommy, Kedeba Moi, Kedebiga Secondary School, Kedebi Ito Ikolobia. How was your journey as a young boy? Oboniga Secondary School, Oboniga University, and then how was the journey? Go ahead, please.
Well, I did my primary school in my hometown. I did my primary school in my hometown, and I believe if I come to your class as my teacher, I learn everything. Don't keep textbooks to read for 1 year.
Yes.
Whatever is a textbook you read in a class, I read all within few days and jump into another class. So I schooled in my hometown, but I believe in learning by practical things. You know, if I tell you I'm a pilot, you can't believe it. I'm an industrialist, you can't believe it. I'm an agriculturist. I have the largest farm in the Anambra, in the Anak. I have the running farms, I had the Rojenny farms. As a matter of fact, I'm the one that brought Koschari's farm in Anak. So, and I was the first person that established farmland in Agamelum. When Agamelum was under Ozowane, I invested in farming. So I believe in a practical type of education. I can tell you, I'm a professor in practical education of everything. There's nothing I don't know how to do because I like to go and learn. The first time I was in America, my cousin was in aeronautic engineering, and I joined him to attend the class, and I learned how they do the things and discovered that whoever wants to know everything will know, unless you don't want to know. So I can say that if you go to my profile, you see that I school in a Wisdom Temple. Wisdom Temple is a wisdom and knowledge that comes from astral plane. You know, it doesn't belong to the people of the physical world. It belongs to the astral. So from your intuition, you know how to do something. That's why what Elon Musk is doing is natural on his talent. So people that made electricity, people that made the internet and all these things, you know. So we believe that somebody can come to teach us without going into the inner source of your creativity and no talent given to you by God. Our Creator gave everybody talent, but the type of education we grow here neutralize that talent from spiritual realm and make you to believe in learning on somebody else's development. I believe in practical education. I can tell you that I grew in practical formation of education all my life. That's why I know how to do everything. My stadium, I'm the one that built everything. I'm the architect, the foreman, the contractor. If you come to see Amazon Park in the Rojenny village, I'm the one that fabricated everything. I'm the welder. I'm a mason. I'm a vulcanizer. I can fix any car. So that is my type of wisdom. I believe that is a talent, and I had the opportunity to. So this idea that, hey, you attend this school, you graduated, you have a certificate. Certificate of what? We have thousands of certificate holders in Nigeria without knowing how to do anything. We have mechanical engineers who, the roadside mechanic fixes their car. They don't know anything. So this is the type of education I hated from my childhood. So if you're a teacher, I come to your class, bring your textbook, I learn everything and they jump into, I want to know.
The practical aspect of this.
Sometimes when the school has a recreation, I will go to the roadside mechanic and learn with those people I know that they are realistic mechanics, not the one in the school.
On paper.
So if you want me to give you degree of university, I don't have. And people that had made it, none of them has university degree. Call any of them. Even Bill Gates, even all this, like Innocent, like Koschari's, like IGBO. Most of us, we don't have university degree, and we don't need it. All we know is we learn how to do something and create something. And this is the type of people that fix whatever you are enjoying in the 8th planet today. Those people that enjoyed graduation in the university, they know nothing. That's why today, Nigeria has millions and millions of road engineers. But you see white men doing our roads. Most of these white men you see here, shaking hands with the governors in Nigeria, they are those roadside laborers in Europe. But when they come here, we accept them as white engineers, giving them job, expatriates. You know, I don't believe in this. There was a time the Hong Kong prison were releasing the prisoner to come and do roads in Nigeria. We know all these things, but we keep silent. But this time around, thanks to social media, certain things shall be exposed. Like now, if you see the trend of things going, you find out everything will not end in the school system. Everything will end in creativity. Somebody that didn't attend school can create something, invent something. That's why today you find out robot is coming, human being made with all these things, talking, going to messages. As a matter of fact, robots will very soon take over the physical laborers of man. All these people doing those things are creators, inventors. And they were made in the image of Creator God, that man can create anything creatable. I believe in that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ogilisi, are you saying for a fact that we are in the wrong with our Western education, that we're not getting it right as a country and then as a people? And do you think that some of the consequences of that is actually obvious now? Go ahead.
You can see, you don't need somebody to tell you that those that ended in four corners of
the
university are just doing the laborer. They are slaves to the masters. But those that go out of that four-wall memory kind of education, those how to do everything. Like our forefathers knows how to bring somebody. If you're a farmer, your children will follow you to farmland and learn. If you're a mechanic, your children will follow you to mechanic workshop and learn. So this type of learning imbibed in almost all spheres of enterprises. And that's why our forefathers knows how to do everything. Okay, now, we have a lot of palm trees now. Nobody climbed those palm trees. We have a lot of coconuts. Nobody climbed those coconuts. Because everybody want their child to go to school and learn Western education, where it is not advisable for a child. If you do it, they say it's child abuse. Child abuse has done a lot of harm to us today than any other thing. Because children doesn't go any other thing. Look at now, we are losing our language. Because some teachers say, if a child speaks Igbo, they will punish the child unless he speaks English. Today, English language is domineering the Igbo language because we didn't know the importance of keeping that as our culture. Every other, if you're a French engineer, all you use is French language. If you're Japanese language. If you're Chinese language. If you're Russian language. But how do we do our own? You first of all know how to speak English. And if you know how to speak English, they will give you a certificate. It becomes English certificate holder, not knowing anything. So it affected us so badly that we need a revolution to get back into how can we survive. Minus productivity, we can't survive. How do we get back into productivity? By knowing that we must sow something. This idea of something comes from above does not exist. Like when some people say in prayer, they say, "Our Father, give us our daily bread." That's an insult to our God. He has made a yam. He has made a corn that you plant and reap, and it multiplies. So whatever multiplies from a seed you sow is miracle. This idea of a lot of people deceiving people today saying miracle, nothing like miracle. What I believe that is miracle is creativity and invention.
Innovation.
Like when they were told that Christ made wine, water to be wine. It's a formula of brewing he tried to introduce. You use water and they brew all this wheat and all this, and the drink, it comes up. Now he told you the proverb that 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes were used to feed 5,000 people. Is it not what you had? Here's as a miracle.
Yes.
Thank you. I can use the same 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes and feed 1 million people. I can do it.
How?
Thank you. That is the spiritual angle of deception we are received by all this teaching of faith. What it means, the agricultural potentiality, you need 5 seedlings. Oh yeah, you need 5 corn or wheat or millet or whatever. Put it on a mound of sand and put it. The next yielding is 10,000 seedlings. Spread it from here to Igboland. You have shipload of corn or wheat or whatever. It is a miracle of agriculture Christ was teaching, because Christ was teaching creativity. You know, that of using water to make wine is brewing technology. That idea of feeding 5,000 with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes is a miracle and potentiality in agriculture. You know, that's why we have a yam festival. Yam represents the miracle of agriculture. With agriculture, food will be everywhere. And between period of sowing and reaping doesn't exist in spiritual realm. What resists that you have sown something, and before you know it, you are reaping it. So it was 5 loaves of bread, oba achicha, oba akomaku. However, Christ said, "Kuzelugu, keji feed you 5,000 people." Nekumwa wo gilisi eji di se no oba akomaku, oba achichi say feed 1 million. Oba azu na abo, simple mechanism, simple wisdom. Iwete oke azu, iwete nwunye azu. Crossbreed it. Only get thousands of fingerlings. And before 3 months, it become fishes. So that's what you see. Oba achicha. I mean, oba achichi ise. Nkula kobaku ise. Can give you 1 million tons of grains. Then oba aznab, crossbreed, can give you thousands of fingerlings, which will be fish in a few months' time. When you say, you know, abadakadabra, the way you say is, you say, ho, abacadabra, can Jesus remember? No. He was teaching about creativity and what God is all about. In agriculture, you need 5 loaves of bread. You need 2 fishes and feed millions of people. In agriculture, you need 5 loaves of oba achicha akomako, ekoyen naja. Before you know it, omotari thousands of ifeda. So this is the formation I believe that we shall be going nowadays. What the white man has taught us in terms of faith, Ogilisi does not believe. I believe in fact. The fact means that Icho Ije Lagos, Icho Moto, Yebupu Onitsha, Suzo Benin, Jebe Lagos. That is fact. Mowije Numweri.
Yes.
Baplane, land at Lagos. Mana Igboland no nwere faith. Yeseba Bugagi, Lagos. Without they got through the road or through the plane. That thing is not in existence. We are deceived and cheated by the infidel of faith. Faith nothing like faith. What works is facts. It's all like faith can move mountain. It's a lie. What can move mountain is a bulldozer. You bring in bulldozer, level the mountain, it becomes on the ground. Or you use a dynamite, slice the mountain down. This idea of faith does not work. Oh yeah, Melo, in what we are taught to be miracle does not exist. What is miracle is what God has made already. For an example, the combination of what is called solum terra in Latin gives us creativity of every existence. People don't know about this. It's a mystery, it's a miracle. Combination of the energy of the sun, energy of the moon, and the energy of the earth makes human being. So when you say God created man in his own image, it is this solum terra that is being talked about. Because in us, for us to exist, the sun contributes our soul. The moon contributes the air and the water and blood, while the earth contributes the bone and the flesh. So, and each of them works in accuracy with each other. Anyone that pulls out, no life. If air pulls out, no life. If the body pulls out, no life. If the soul pulls out. So these three energy is called solum terra. They are the creator of every living thing, whether animal or plant or human being. So when you hear about death is going to neutral of these three energies. We are alive now is because we are bouncing on the trinity of the solum terra. A lot of people don't know this thing. So when you say God created you in his own image, if you the miracle going on na the creation, when the vital organs are working, when the three energies are working, you find out that A in abundant. Ufu A ka onye no Japan and I want eba na ekulu. Ofu sun ka anyị niile nwelu touch hold our soul. Like if you see the ray of the sun, as it's on at the ray, if that everybody on the 8th planet will shrink back in the hub of the sun. Everybody. In Sacramento, in Australia, in New Zealand, enwere a ray sent to you by the sun. Obasa, as it's that ray, you find that everybody in the sun are one family, are one body. Descending the 8 hours of the local. Izodo uko na Japan, zodo uko na Ania, izodo na Australia, zodo na Brazil, zodo na New Zealand. So far izodo local. The sense of magnetism in the 8th planet hold everybody as one person. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
So now you find out and it is in this area of this in that human being find certain religions, something like Christianity, I can say, copy from the sun. That's why we have a 7th day at the sun day. Okay? You find the Islam copied from the moon. That's why I say there is nothing like a Ramadan without sighting the moon. Then our culture, traditional people believe Allah, Omen Allah. If you go how all this solum terra has to do with our religion we are worshiping today. Like minus sun, there's no Christianity. Minus moon, there's no Islam. Minus the earth, there's no Omenala. So, but so far these three trinity are combined, it makes human being feel part of the existence as solum terra. So in these three energies, I only want to work. So what Christ came to teach, Marana, in the sun, everybody is one. In the earth, in the solum terra, call it air, one air kind breathe. Call it land, nana kaini nezodoloko. Call it the sun has a ray to everybody. So From there, verbal that it is a fact, it is God somewhere. As I normally teach the mystery of birth has to do with in the name of my father and my mother and myself. Minus your father and your mother, you cannot exist. So you have to recognize them by placing their picture on your television set. Eba ị na-edebe television ị na-enyo, idobe nne gị, idobe nna gị, mara na ọ mmadụ abụọ anụnwa mere gị iji nọrọ. But what the religion is teaching us today is you can neglect them, they are nobody. You can put St. Luke, St. Thomas, and all these things are an insult to our forefathers. And we dare never insult our ancestors. This is another mistake we Igbos are doing. If I can say, it is Igbo that actually missed their target of source of their existence. We so much insult our ancestors because we are brainwashed to insult them without knowing that we are the ancestors of tomorrow generation.
Yes.
What did our ancestors do? Nothing. As an ewage, but Jebeziane for how Christianity are crushing people. Oh, when that's in Igbo, all the Dioquaras, Menka. Adam molo Ken and Abel. Ken Weber. Madab only of Wolf. So, and the Chukusele Isaac. Yawelo Abraham, Yawelo Funwe Isaac, Chwale Aja. How can you be brainwashing people that our forefathers melalo? Therefore, I know Akpotofa without knowing that, oh, guy in Akpotofa, Kaibulo Wai, I am rosy hope. That's why today, Sunday Bonezuzu, I am a religion of our own. I know Kata ne liku chuku, as na ne lichuku, kucha akamadrokwa niyo, as in ne lichuku. Chuku nukelu ki ne li.
Can you let Chuku? Okay. Holy Communion?
I don't know, but we are told that even a libu chuku. Eli kataga chuku libe ku mado. Even kita ndi bo ne lijozu. Like I have said it 1,000 times, which you can even Google that. Ndi Igbo will stop putting corpses in the mortuary. I have said it. If you Google, you find out. The worst thing you can do to a soul is to incastrate the body in the mortuary. What's supposed to be befitting burial is namado only ozigbo. Any mado ozigbo, the seed soul we now germinate and transform into spiritual realm. It's just like you will be mango, will be anything debe no uncle ka debe no eba ko yadi. Man any day you will ya debe na the terra, which is the land. Then soul, which is sun, we pick it up. So any corpse debe in a mortuary without putting it on the ground, the soul, the sun will not pick the soul. So in Anya, the Muslims today are expanding religiously more than any other religion because they obey the laws of immediate burial. What Ndi Igbo are doing in Ebugali Ozu is an insult to the soul. All these zombies in Apota, Sunday, Monday sit at home, all goose, namanate, Umaka Bichanofia, bo unsettled souls, wandering here and there. If you want to eradicate sit at home, if you want Ndi Igbo, makeke Ndi Igbo in a wall. Ndi Igbo wundi ekeri in a wangole. I suppose you in a wangole 24/7. And security, I suppose in Wendi in Chena and Igbo. Because Ndi Igbo one type of tribe I haven't seen anywhere in the world. So man I Jizaka create go fearing ghost by trapping the souls of our brothers not ascending to spiritual realm. The only thing we can do now, if we want to eradicate fear and ghosts in Igboland, we shall agree to evacuate everything dead body and bury them. And all keeping this dead body now mellow. All this mutation, they sell those bodies. Like in the Igbo now, they are patronizers of anywhere near voodoo, anywhere near crusade. anywhere anymore adoration. Even across Ifawo, Igbos lives in fear because then when thousands of our brothers ije mortuary fife na gwagi. Before the angels of heaven sees Igbos as the most unforgivable people before the angels. Because the angel that guides our soul need the soul to get back to spiritual realm so that it can be prepared for further journey, either coming back to Earth planet or transcending to other planets. Earth is not only where we have our planets. The moon, the solar deity that owns the entire solar system with the sun, has other planets. And all these other planets orbit the sun to survive. So when you are not on Earth planet, you may go to other planets and have their body. It's in Earth you can have our physical body as a body of the soul to exist. If the soul goes out to the sun can send the soul to Jupiter. It takes the Jupiter body, or to Mars, takes the Mars body.
So they're not going to heaven?
What is heaven? Is there anything in heaven?
According to the Bible. Because you've mentioned Christ, it means you believe in Christ. Christ said that we will come, that his Father is building for us mansion, that he will go and prepare for us mansion in his Father's house, which is heaven.
You were told.
Yes.
But the facts is what I'm telling you. The facts is that what you call Christ is the Son. What you call Christ is the Son. The Christ 12 apostles are the Son 12 zodiac signs. If you want us to go that way, it's another day something.
So it's the Son that came to die for us. The Son.
So in Son, we are one. It's a Son. And this our Son is not the major. There's eons and eons and eons of suns from the galaxy, right? But for the Son we have here, it's just like your father now represent thousands of your ancestors. From there to grandfather to grandfather to father and to you now.
Yes.
So also the Son you see here is a descendant of the hierarchy of the Son, which even our Son is very small on there. He has a father. He has a father and father. There's something majoris, which is like bringing our Son 500 trillion times. But for now, the solar God of our Creator is. That's why I join Nimado now. Idobie. Kadanyawo pick the seed. Our soul is a seed. And when the sun picks the seed, it rests in the sun and waiting either to come back to reap what he sows, either good or bad, or it qualifies to transcend into other solar systems. The world didn't end here. But when you look up, you find that we have a future. Because what the soul in us suffering now has a future because it will go to the Son. It is that Son that will actually decide where we go first. That's why when Anglican song, sings song that is realistic, that is facts. He said, we are sun, we are light. Na gafe di ka kpakpando nke ụtụtụ. We are kpakpando. We're the stars. Nke ife ya furu mgbe anyanwụ wara. Otu aka ga-esi si n'ọlụ ụwa nke ala. Naanị ọlụ anyị ka ga-eji cheta. That song alone stands Anglican family as realistic and factual as truth. We are the stars. Ife dị n'ime ka anyanwụ na-afụ. Ọlụ anyị lụrụ ka eji settle anyị. That's the truth. If not, what is the sun watching you? Whatever you are doing is being recorded by the sun. by the time we transcend into spiritual realm, only the judgment. So, to say whether I believe in Christ or not, I'm telling you, Christ is a creator because the Son creates everything. It's all him. Well, something tiena the Son chaya, even though you push, and once you pull, onaga. So my now son, it was even if you can't talk about Christ without 3 astrologists that came from the Far East, where Christ was given a birth in Bethlehem. And you must ask, Kedife Rome now worship son, you will build Nzuko into a child born in Bethlehem. Now we work on Rome. Even on the Rome na Chioga. But 3 astrologers for that the son incarnated somewhere. They traced that son of Christ. What was the teaching of Christ? Esoteric. If any Christ in Akuzi were esoteric. Which in the Nejuka today Amaro for Akuzi. I'm telling you, my bishops were the Father Amaro, the esoteric teaching of Jesus Christ. Oh, Gano Katasia. Kawaya yas no de Amarife na Kowalife. Every of his teaching, bo esoteric. Like Agwagongi, na also if an miracle. Also, he came to teach love. Love is a mystery and secret of something that can transform us. So, in this sense, what I'm saying is something of believing in Christ. We should know Christ. Who is Christ? What is Christ for? In my own wisdom, I believe Christ is a creator of the 8th planet.
You were talking about how love, that Christ was teaching love.
Yes.
And that love is, you were talking about love.
Yes, that's why he came to teach us the love. Because if you look at the solar system, if you look at the stars of the solar system, minus love, it can't exist. And even if you look at the solar system of the sun, you see all the 9 planets, call it 8 or 9 planets, how all of them are orbiting the sun with a happiness. If any of them tilt, the solar system will collapse. But out of love, they will obey the laws of creation. So what Christ come to teach us was law. This idea of disobedience to the laws and pray that you go to heaven, it doesn't exist. The law is automatic. Like if you're in America, you must obey the traffic laws. You can come somewhere in the midnight, you won't see any sign of vehicle, but you must stop where you see stop. But here, we don't obey all this law. So the laws of spirit and laws of nature is something that is holding us. What he came to. That's why Christ said, I come to teach the laws. I didn't come to remove. In the laws of Moses, say, hit me, I hit you. But in his own law, if you ever dream of hitting somebody, even without hitting him, you already disobey.
Yes.
Because he believes in spirit. Also, in spirit, all of us are one. So that Christ teaching was esoteric. Until tomorrow, I still believe that our people don't follow the laws of love. The laws of Christ is the laws of love. God is love, and he who abides in love abides in God, and God in him. Now, do we show love? The answer is 100% zero. We don't show love. If we show love, the Igbos are the best tribe I have ever seen. If we show love, we cannot incarcerate our brother or our sister in a mortuary. The most hated thing we do to our beloved one is something we call befitting. It's destruction of the soul. If we know that in our soul we are all one, don't hurt anybody. Because in this, my soul and your soul, we are one. those soul lunaterra that bind us together gives us everything in equal. Everybody shares an equal from the sun, shares equal from the air, shares equal from the earth. So, nothing, and to confirm, when you want to get out of this life, you leave everything. The only thing you can use to go out is the love.
When it comes to real estate, it's pine leaf or nothing. If it is not pine leaf, count me out.
Because you are going a place where you will know whether you love yourself or you hate yourself. It is when this ray of the sun draws you in the hub of the sun, you will now realize that it was yourself you were insulting when you think you are insulting somebody. When you thief somebody something, you enjoy. By the time you die and get into the hub of the sun, you find that you eventually stole yourself. So, to talk about Christ and talk about religion, believe or not believe, doesn't arrive. What I let people know is the Son, Christ is the Son God. For you to know that Christ is the Son God, in the Son, all of us are one. It is a Son that is life, minus Son, there's no life. And it was the Son that came into Nazareth to took the body and saw his teaching. His teaching was esoteric. Now, 12 apostles he had is 12 zodiac of the sun. Everybody born from January to December has zodiac sign. And it's based on that zodiac sign, his character is built. So how can you now say that we exist outside the sun? It doesn't. So, and you must ask yourself, if somebody say you are going to heaven, to do what? To go and God will be giving you daily bread and say you are worshiping me on the 8th. All the worship we do here is verbatim. We don't worship God. You can't even worship God. You can't even praise God. Because if you say, praise the Lord, does God need your praise? No, God is perfect. No praise can make the sun tilt. No praise can shift anything. No praise or hatred can make something you sow not to germinate. So all this thing we do is we try to make fun of ourselves by people establishing their way of business into telling people, follow me. I will show you the way. I give you Jesus. I will give you Christ. Me and you are Christ. Don't give me Christ. Don't pray for me.
You have it already.
I don't need the prayer, praise. I don't need your prayer. In our Creator, we are already one. Nothing you own more than me. The amount of air you breathe is what I breathe. The amount of light from the sun is the same amount. The food you put on the ground is the same food. Why now do you help? You can't help me. You say so far, but as we see ourselves on a physical world, where there is a food to eat and all this thing, you can give somebody food and so on and so forth. But don't give somebody the salvation. Nobody can grant somebody. Unless somebody introduce a teacher. Like now, Igbos has gone astray. That is something I want Igbos to know. For now, Igbos has gone astray.
What do you mean?
Igbos has gone astray in terms of spirituality. Igbos are the people I saw that disobey 100% spiritual laws. They live in the laws of hatred. They disobey the laws of love and obey hatred. That is what is happening to the Igbos now. Igbos make a caricature of their ancestors. Igbos make caricature of God himself. Like now, when you say we are covering a place with blood of Jesus, do you supposed to say that? No. You don't supposed to cover anything with the blood of who? Jesus? Or you eat his body? Or drink his blood? You are not a vampire. I'm sorry to tell you that. You are a vampire. The activities of Eucharist is different from what you do in terms of verbatical practice. Eucharist means, so far our soul is concerned, you have to sacrifice the desire of the body, because it is the desire of the body that affects the holistic effect of the soul. So now, why do you do sacrifice? When you say Christ died, this, you have to sacrifice your desire. The problem we have is the entire body are negative. The mind and body are negative, but our soul is positive. So the combination of the mind and body, set back the progress of the soul. If this is what you have in mind, correct. So you have to sacrifice, crucify the desire of the mind and the body. It is the mind and body that trap the soul to where we are today. So that is what I know about. But so to say that you can decode and download that, instead of knowing the esoteric aspect of crucifixion, you attribute it that Jesus died for you. You can drink his blood and eat his meat. That is not the truth.
That's spiritual. Now that is a spiritual part of it. It's not just literally. Don't you think so?
Yeah, but what we are doing is we are trying to practicalize the spiritual aspect of God into physical, which is wrong. So everything I have said now is, if you know that the body of Jesus you are talking about is your physical body, the blood you are talking is your physical blood, not that of another person. If you know this, good. Then you see the ceremony as your own crucifixion, not that somebody crucified for you. I'm letting the Igbos know that you have to sacrifice your physical body desire and your blood desire into salvation of your soul. That is what they're supposed to practice. Not that you are now free. Only they will turn blood and water into this and then you drink it. No. It is you that will drink the desire of your blood and your body. Maka nsogbu mmadụ nwere wu body and mind desire. Greed. You have to overcome what is called 5 passions of the mind. It is the mind our predicament lies. The mind of desire, the mind of greed, the mind of anger, the mind of hatred, the mind of wickedness, the mind of thievery, the mind of kidnapping, the mind of killing. This thing happens in your physical body. You must overcome all these desires to enable your soul to have attained salvation. It's a simple thing.
Okay, listen, it's not Igbo na elizi mmadụ. What do you mean by that?
By keeping corpse in the mortuary, bring it in the church, and they view it, and they have eaten it now.
So in our that now some of these unburied bodies, it's not only to occur my sit at home. I thought they have ended sit at home in Anambra State. It's not to say occur my prayer point, adoration, and everything. Can you expatiate on that?
Yeah.
Does it mean that ndị na-enyi nke ha immediately ha ka anyị mma bụ ndị ugwu Hausa na nke ime? Are they better off than ndị Igbo? Go ahead, please. Expatiate.
Very good. In the north, there is no fear. No Muslim fears. No Muslim fears. So what this thing happened, it generates what is called ghost. And ghost means ghost fear. A maroke si ke ndị Igbo. Onwere onye ọ bụ onye na ndị Igbo. Ndị Igbo ekere ha ka ndị ọzọ 1 million times. Etu nwa like anyanwụ mụchala ụmụ mee Jupiter ka other planets. Even this our 8th planet to a small planet. So etu aka esi kecha mmadụ. Ndị Igbo ka ndị ọzọ. Mana isi enwe ndị a na-akpọ ndị Britain, ha bịa chọpụta na ndị Igbo nwere high class wisdom and intelligence. Chọọ ka fa downgrade ya. Ka ha follow into such an abyss that it will be difficult to pull out. ọ na ya ka anọ ọ ya mere anyị ji celebrate ozu na mere anyị ji eli ozu like can you tell me ịmakwa ife bụ na idebere mmadụ nwụrụ n'ihi ozugbo what do you want the soul to do the soul the sun nọ dị a na-eche the sun ọ na-eche is guiding the soul when the body demise you need to go on the terra the land the earth with terra the sun with the soul the moon with the lunar so what ndị Igbo mistake ndị Igbo na-eme na-awụ ba na-edebe ozu ka balie ozu if not like nke na-ajụ ndị Hausa na ndị na-eje Muslim check the Muslim world they don't live in fear but the most coward and fearful people enwe today bụ ndị Igbo.
Muslims don't live in fear as in ndị northerners that have banditry and all those criminality
but the fear does not they are not living in fear. Ndị Igbo is living in fear. This fear is generated by ghosts, and the ghost comes from the zombies. Zombies come from unburied body. Ndị Igbo evacuate ozu niile dị na mortuary now. Ifuze ndị Igbo ime amazi. Ọ ndị Igbo ka Chukwu kelu. Igbos are different. That's why they come to live every part of the world. Even beyond the world, ndị Igbo bi ebe niile. Mana ndị anyị na-ekwe nwere ebe ndị ọzọ ebe ha bi. So when I say Igbo na-eli ozu onye nwụọ ha mee enyi ha debere cavalier and ebute n'ụlọ ụka oge ha gara around. But if you can go even through the Bible say in a book of Numbers, chapter 19, verse 11 to 23, don't mingle with corpse. Whoever does that is an infidel. Whoever does mingle with body is an infidel.
So all these things I na befitting burial, I be upon the undertakers, dancing with corpse, doing all this cinema. So all those things are not actually befitting burial.
That is the evil of our people and dangerous to the soul, whom they intend to give the befitting burial. The soul are not going to be aqua because the journey of the spirits. It's not like iwelu mkpụrụ mango debe n'ime ụlọ ebe akụ ya dị ije debe n'ilo puo. I told you the soul is a seed which can only germinate after you put the body on the ground because enwere tripartite energy that works together.
Yes.
It is called sol luna terra in Latin. They work together, the sun, the moon, and the earth. And the moon brought the water and the air. Then the earth bring the body and bone, while the sun bring the soul. So Hannah look together. For man to go into neutral, what you call earth, the soul, the body must go to the ground. Already about each one in ozu, he face the ozu na the sun, so that the sun can pick the soul. A pick there on lose there. You know, the befitting burial, the soul now we enjoy. Because man never die, our soul never die. In our soul we are one, and soul never die. In our soul we are free. That's why when the soul is in the body, it suffers pain. When it goes out of the body, it doesn't suffer pain. So, to explain this, Igbos shall imbibe into helping our brothers and sisters who are now in mortuary. If they are not a mortuary now, luru 200,000, Anambra alone, itinye nke Imo, olu 700,000, itinye Abia and Enugu, only Igbos. Ozu dị na Igbo na lụrụ 1 million. Ndị enihe ne ụfọdụ anago 20 years, 30 years. No, nwebe nke 30 years, but I'm enwe 20 years, 15 years, 10 years and all these things. Bana, if you experience spiritual realm, mana the anger of God and the angels into keeping, incarcerating some souls on the 8th planet, you find out that God loves us so. If you not, angels can wipe out the so-called Igbo jere debe ndị nke ha na mortuary. On the most, angels guide the communities. But the angels doesn't dwell in a community where you have corpses. In Anya Sodom and Gomorrah, oge Chukwu chọrọ maybe out of anger. On the Moses yolo, ka enweta ezigbo mmadụ. Ọrịa.
Yes.
Finally, enwere onye nwetere. So the angels are begging us to help the souls of God because all Chukwu nwe mkpụrụ obi. Anyị nwere mkpụrụ obi, all Chukwu nwe mkpụrụ obi. And Chukwu chọrọ ka every soul chiga back to its source so that I can give it assignment. Onye na-asa na mkpụrụ obi wa anyanwụ and ebe mkpụrụ obi na-echiga na anyanwụ. That's what you send the ray to draw back the ise. Ọ bụrụ mkpụrụ osisi. Ọ dọrọ ha mkpụrụ osisi a memazi elu forever and ever. Ị ka ajụ mango ikunye na be gị. Why would you since up to on amity today? That is the combination of the energies that create the existence.
You say now you don't believe in faith, that you believe in facts. But do you agree that Ndi Igbo bukwa people of faith, that Ndi Igbo ha kwenye n'okwukwe? Because if onye chọ ịnaba ụra n'abalị asị aka chifo, you know, it is the hope, is the faith that you would wake up. Onye je mmadụ ejesi ka nje ka mpụta, you know, onye achọ inyi mmadụ asị aje nke ọma, you know, reincarnation. Because those things are not facts. Don't you think that na Ndị Igbo bụkwa people of faith?
When you tell me it's because ha na-ekwu ife na ha people of faith, you are exhibiting what you are. You are part of God. You are part of God that you have actually manifest in your brother. Go well. Or by faith. Or by fact. Because you and him in soul and terra are one. You have said, nah, go well. Or by faith.
Kachifo abro by faith.
Kachifo una chiefe because you are part of chiefonu. You are already part of tomorrow. In spirit, we are one. In soul una terra, we are one. If you understand this, then you malo, even a amazing ceremonial talking, it will meaning. Nese mado kachifo abro faith or authority. We have to authorize like now. Ago na ago isieni, ilieni. Ije welunkolo kona na. E kona na iwuji no yepu. Inidro faith. Fonkpole kona na. By mechanism of existence, by authority of creativity, iwuji ni ihe kuru yepu. Obu no puru imano nwere infection. So this is even a lot cosmetic something our mentality, creativity. Nothing like faith. Faith can move mountain is not truth. What can move mountain is bulldozer and the dynamite. The faith na onwere faith ihe megi. Okay, ndị kuzela anyị ụka. Onye ọbụla nọ n'obodo Igbo na ọkụkọ mmiri malụ.
Okay.
Because of code. Ngwa ha were faith welu chụọnụ winter. Impossible. Matter the winter is there because the cloud belt is now northern hemisphere. The cloud belt has moved into northern hemisphere. That's why you have cold weather there. Because of the all this cold Antarctica, what do you call that here? So now cloud belt today on a frozen. The same thing, the cloud belt to not in the southern hemisphere. Oburu rain season.
Spring.
Oburu spring. So like now, if I have another the cloud belt will now leave western world and come to tropical area. It will become
summer.
It will become rain season. Yeah, a summer because the cloud belt has moved to southern hemisphere. So a simple thing. Or one of faith here make the rain season change here. When the northern, when the cloud belt is in the southern hemisphere.
I agree with you, Mbukumaka, Western education and then being that of memory, because most of us that went to school, we actually just read to pass exam, you know. Onye biakara mucha okram obaye ode pass ya. Some of us that even pass exam, it join high there na why now we may not even remember because we just read to pass, and that is how they conditioned us. because some of them don't believe in practical. If you are telling your child that na my hair, or say there, you want to go. Man, I can't out child abuse. You say that child abuse has caused us so much harm. People may not understand it, but I get what you're saying. What a creature has no child abuse. Can you expatiate on what you mean by the whole child abuse talk has caused us more harm? Can you?
Child abuse, we find out with the line. Kafa we make sure na I am agaroniru. Like I want akula yo tali. I do my life. And when teacher, I'm elementary 4. My teacher was Muchacha, a father to the current first lady, Munye Soludo. Papia Kuzelo in elementary 4. Album his monitor. Otale opialum. Otale akamfule otebra akamfule. I say yes. Also no otale opian kanji malife. Ana pian wat otale. Even if you go to Bible, the Bible say spare the rod and spoil the child. Our age mate Nandi Tolai, we were brought up under teacher na pia yotale. Our parents na pia yotale. Manelus in a new generation. If you want to totally near Apollo police, more near Apollo police, no one big man. Now, the new generation, Jicho end as a Ndabahulu. This new generation, father lolo. Man over gam, I need all lubo. I need so our parents, your lubo. Then enota enwe holidays, Ijeku nanke your auntie nanke your uncle. He need Jezibozi. Kita umaka de Josie. Or because Nemela introduced child abuse. The can we remove from our system child brought up is number one failure of the new generation. Now, as boy, every child now, you can't trust the modern children. Fa chorozi tafufu. Or mado tafufu malife. So, you will pay tafufu nebe our growing children no nyama with the child abuse. Ndocha kuzela yola yafia. I'm not me got a gear. It's a mon, kowa kwa logi. That all you face so, nagi, me, mo, madu make ya, me to say me. If he marrow, a mama, it's just like I said that education supposed to end in primary. From primary, you can go to the highest platform of education. Don't change into secondary. Secondary, we find those American, which doesn't supposed to be so. Even well, some of the Western education continue well in terms of primary. Like now, you can't do law without reading law book. Are you hearing me? So reading that law book is part of skill acquisition and practical. Making a good law book. Then at the same time, if you take a pharmacy, you must know what you are doing in terms of a mixture of the chemical. Then if you take a medicine, you must know how to know about sickness. You must study. Man, always the type of, if I na kakoko, if you take engineering, I haven't seen. That's why, since Nigeria now produce engineers, why should street urchins still come to Nigeria to be the contractors? Hana our presidency and the governors in a shaking hand. Whereas the real engineer in Europe cannot come to Africa for anything. I know.
Why?
You can't afford them. You can't afford to pay them. Ndana job street jobless kana potana buy. Hana elini with our head of state and ifena, you know. So when you go to there, if you say if the engineers, like if you go to China, you can see 14 decking flyover. You go to Dubai, you see 200 or 400 story buildings. Those engineers, I'm a bieba na alugota na all these things. What? Yes.
You mentioned about industrialization and the role you played in Taiwan and everything. and then and for Mnewi spare parts and everything. Keys were for when it comes to industrialization. How are we faring as a people, as a country, as Igbo? Where are we getting it wrong and where are we getting it right? Go ahead.
Efulu ndị Igbo, ọwụ na ahapụrụ ndị Igbo. Ife anyị eme na Nigeria edebeghị ede. Ọ bụ na ndị Igbo continue nwee support from the source of channel support esi bịa. Kedu the source support esi bịa? Adequate electricity, making economy conducive for ndị Igbo to grab it and succeed. Don't chain them with policies that will ruin them, creating high duty this, high duty this. Like I actually may introduce tax now. Can I target? You see, Igbos, Lagos today, 75% industries are owned by Igbos. Now, when 90% industries close down, the question is why? Because government cannot generate adequate electricity. Okay, nyezenu ndị Igbo chance governor generative as in a national policy that it must be governmental for NEPA to be, for light to be. Eba Hanok could go out. Okay, refinery. If you allow me, I can go and to Taiwan or China and bring in mini refinery something and continue refining oil. If you allow Igbo now, habanye refine oil, petrol will fall, and the petrol because they know. Okay, look at my young, proudly innocent. Innocent produce cars like the General Motors in America, like the
Ford,
BMW in Germany, like Toyota. If you go now, and why Innocent is superior because of Igbo is because of Igbo, and two, on our manufacture series of Japanese type of vehicle, series of American type of vehicle, series of France type of vehicle, to show you why he's an Igbo man. But Obrunda Hana produce either Toyota alone or Datsun alone. Man, Innocent produce every type of, bring a mold, say an Ankara guy, or form a mold lawyer, or if I will, an Igbo man. Innocent alone can supply the whole Africa vehicle if he can be encouraged. But is he being encouraged? The answer is no. He's not being encouraged. Either you have made the duty for him or bank interest for his finances. But oburu na obodo now, industrial loan, how much do you want? Agricultural loan, how much do you want? Eseta bombard aya. Allah is export and tax enough. But yeah, government is our problem because they use their policies to block certain things that can help Igbos to take control of productivity. But for country to succeed, we must imbibe into productivity and close certain importation. So importing everything, like I know I gave Kochari's farmland in Anako. I'm the one that gave him the farmland. When he started the production of rice, so many milling industries in Thailand closed down. During about 5-6 years ago, 40% rice mills in Thailand closed down because Anambra and the Igbo guys imbibe into rice production. You go to Anako, you see so many farms, I just forgot their names, Anambra was producing more rice, more than they can consume. And they were selling to other people. This is Igbo man for you. Give Igbo man chance. He will bring down Elon Musk in Igboland. I'm telling you. Igbos are too much. Oh.
Do you think we can actually replicate that in the presidency if they also give an Igbo man chance? Here Anazo, Peter Obi, Tinubu 2027. Do you think an Igbo man can change the fate of this country?
Very, very, very simple. Very simple. Because Igbo man will come with productivity, not politics. Igbo man will come with productivity. When you are producing something and exporting, the food will be there, everything will be abundant. If you give it to Igbo man, like now, this Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Ochichi, Nigeria Kita, he knows that a state like Niger State, a state like Borno State, that's how you see sanctions, everything. Like you don't need to use cows to be destroying the farmland in the rest of Nigeria. You don't. He will sectionize things. Like if you go to America, Kentucky now produce almost 90% chickens and in America. Then California now produce a lot of fruits. And the attack is essential. See, Peter Obi Amago, how all these things. Man, if you are a politician, just age power and achieve Nigeria. You don't think of the future generation. Okay, like now. Okay, look at this generation now. How are they so unfair to the youth? Okay, ask me. What is giving Nigeria youth happiness? Nothing. Nothing gives Nigeria youth happiness as I'm talking to you now. No culture that comes to cultural festival. No sports that comes to sports festival. No school sports. Then what if you go to America? All seasonary sports. You go to Europe. All seasonary sports. You go to China. Upon they are producing merchandise, but they still believe in sports. Okay, sports alone. Nigeria loves sports again. Why can't you? Like people like me, I invested billions of money in sports development. I'm the one that has what is called Olympic Stadium that has a certain track and a pitch. You can host even Olympic Games. Because what you need in Olympic game is you must have 8-lane tartan track. My own is more than 8 lanes. After 8 lanes tartan track, you can still have motorized road in my track. And it's on grass, not on cement, which means the entire athletics can host in my stadium as against the Oka stadium. You can't throw javelin or all these things in a distance. Okay? So, but the stadium is there. No activities. What brought up lack of activities? Because our people allow Europe to use the Euro League and sow the seed, the soul of soccer in Africa, by buying our players with big money. After they useless and use the player, they pulverize the player that he won't even have money to go to his country again. If not, you know when Babayaro was born in Chelsea, and where is their money? Uruma, those my boys. You know, I'm the one that brought up Igboland 93. I trained them. They were 2 years and 3 months in Rojenny, 91 to 93. From there, they went to Japan and won the World Cup. Those boys make Nigeria and Euro League.
Nigeria didn't win the World Cup. Huh?
Under 17 World Cup.
Okay, under 17. Okay, yeah.
FIFA under 17. That's the time of Kanu. I mean, Kanu, yes. Uruma. Peter Anosike. Celestin Babayero. Their group. They were with me for 2 years and 3 months. From Rojenny, they went to Japan, conquered the rest of the world. Because I gave them the type of diet they want. And I know, even when some parents came to withdraw them, because of school. To tell you the mentality of the
African man.
of Africa, but they say they want their child to go to school. I say,
Someone that's already on the track of
these guys are
earning their living.
And under federal government, you want to withdraw, okay, mama or papa, let me help you. I will give them scholarship. Then I gave those boys scholarship in Merchant of Light, just to satisfy the desire of the foolish parents who doesn't know what it means that federal government are choosing these children to go and play a World Cup. But they want to go to school to tell you that what they did us with this school is harming us. What they did us with school is harming us. Why must you go to, and this going to school, you must speak English. You man everything without speaking English. As you Hey, you see? So
let's fully talk about Rojenny. Rojenny Oba, they gave birth to me in the 90s and everything, late 80s, 90s. Rojenny was a choice place. I know I've been there. Even self, me and the governor's wife, there was a time we were even discussing, and she even mentioned that they used to go to Rojenny Oba, maybe excursion or something like that, because it was the happening thing. It was a big deal, you know, tourism, amusement park, sports, event, and everything. How did you even brainstorm such idea in the first place, and how did it come to in place in the first place? Because it's a massive one. Go ahead.
So this question is very, very important. I tell you that every person came for a mission. Okay? You know, like now, can somebody ask Elon Musk, why is he building something that to move people out of this 8th planet? You can't ask him that question. You see, God bring in people at a particular time to do certain things at a particular time. What I did, I saw myself doing what God wanted me to do. If you ask me how I build Rojenny, I don't know. I just saw myself building Rojenny. I am the architect. I am the contractor. I use Egyptian pyramid formation to do the pavilion. You can see pavilion, up to 40 steps. I'm the one that molded those using the technology of Egyptian pyramid. I say, if I mold all these hills, I can carve steps on them. I did it, it works. It's magic. No earthquake can destroy it. But if you want to have a high structure, this, I couldn't have afforded it. So God gave me the creativity to do it. I did it. It was perfect. Egypt, Algeria, Mali, they have come there to play their continental matches with Udoji and Jasper. So don't underrate any child, but give a child the room. And I have to thank the Oba people who actually allow me to do such a thing in that place. Because Igbos, most of them say, why should this person do this. But in Oba, the traditional ruler Oba, took me as the son. And I believed I served him as a father. He was very, very, very happy with every of my development. He even called the Rojenny village 10th village in Oba. Oba has 9 villages. Igwe Ezeonwuka say, hey, Rojenny is a 10th village of Oba. And give him all the chieftaincy title. And actually, he was proud of having me as the son. And I did not brought in disgrace to him. I actually brought other people in Oba. I showed some boys how they can grow, staying in Oba, build their hotels, and so on and so forth. The Rojenny then was a miracle because every sporting facility was there, 100%. That's why 2020, Nigeria police wanted to do their games there, police games. Rojenny was chosen as a place every game shall be done. But eventually, politics came. That politics brought in, this one will go here, go here. If you're a governor, people confuse you. But Frank Kimba, actually with the police formation, say Rojenny is okay for them to do every sporting event. But eventually in politics, some say nka ye jeba, for the jeba kewe balance. They did it, but eventually the athletic aspect of the police game was 100% done in Rojenny. Then the Rojenny as it is, doesn't supposed to be one man affair. It's not easy to maintain Rojenny. That's why when Peter Obi came to Rojenny, he nearly cried. He said, if one man can do this thing, if the man goes Lagos or Abuja, he's supposed to be the richest Igbo man. Because he has a value. Peter Obi has a value. He said, how manage? Then he started helping. He brought in money, fixed certain things and all this. He brought a lot of money. And then took my hand and hand over to Obiano. Obiano started his own, making sure that Rojenny does not go down. It's Obiano that put a Titan track there. Because Peter Obi say, continue where I stop. I came late to know about the secret in, if you're in government as a leader, some of these civil servants will be deceiving you. Hey, in here, private, something. Man, you can't do that to Peter Obi. Neither do it to Obiano. You see? So pray not to allow sycophants to bring you down if you're a leader in anything in Igboland. So the Rojenny as it is a mystery and a miracle, which myself that founded it don't know how I came into it. But I must appreciate the Anambra who actually patronize the value of Rojenny, especially the former governor Peter Obi, the former governor Wido Obiano. They actually show that this one man something cannot collapse.
You mentioned Peter Obi, you mentioned Wido Obiano. Where is Governor Charles Soludo in the conversation? Is he not tagging you along, and is he not picking interest in what you have there? Go ahead.
Soludo visited there when he hasn't been a governor. Yeah, he visited there. 2010, around 2000, he visited there. He made a lot of promising, and that's why I fought to join in a stakeholders that actually make sure he comes into power. And there's something I was telling our people when we were campaigning. I'm a beauty member of APOGA. I was telling people, Soludo, if he comes to power, the Anambra people, we know somebody from OAU, because he's from my place. I'm from Agwata. Oda-Agwata. I was telling the Anambra, I wish that most of the tapes can come.
It's election season again. Dear esteemed political candidates, are you aware that a good media visibility and advert can help boost your chances of winning? What are you waiting for? Gbam Interview is offering you this campaign space to tell Igbo why they should vote for you. Contact us today with the numbers on your screen.
That when OAU man rules Anambra, this was my campaign spoken word in every sense. Allow OAU to come, because I know how we normally do things. And he has shown it now by Oluwatoegu. He don't want to know what will be of something. So, and since I'm not empowered, I wasn't in the country. I was aware. But I know he will visit that place. And if he visit that place, I know what he said when he was not in power. Now he's in power. I know he cannot visit that place and allow the place to be as it is. But apart from that, we are talking, and I am with him 100%. I know how he does his things. That if he come there, something different must happen. And I still want in the Anambra to know that egwu onye mulo oda kankania. My dream on Rojenny is still there, that Rojenny at the end of the day will be a pride of Anambra.
What's your dream? What's your goal for Rojenny? Why did you bet such place? What was your dream?
The composition of Rojenny is something every part of the world needs now to boom. So the foundation is there already. A place you have all the tourism potentiality on the sports facility. No place is more than that place. And I have told, if you come now, you see, Oba people are developing more and they're building more hotels. You know, for big events to happen in Rojenny, you need a lot of hotel. Like I believe in there is a time sports festival will come to Rojenny. Even continental something will come to Rojenny. By then, we may need a lot of hotels. So if you come to Oba now, a lot of hotels are springing up. And that shows the future of Rojenny. The future of Rojenny is highly in demand. Because aneje Dubai, aneje Doha, aneje Paris, aneje Qatar, aneje Kwolindo. Nke a ebe a na-ekpoli alụrụ in 70s or 80s. Eyala we akọnwụ pano. And again, our people are still in a hurry. This idea of insurgency and fear is affecting our people. Oge anyị nọ na Rojenny na boom. That's another thing. Enweghị mortuary oge. Mortuary business in Anambra is what is a punishing the social happiness and joy of people. But if we allow ghosts to float, most of the human beings, if we about ghost, is unsettled spirit are possessing all these people. What can boom here now? Are you doing crusade? Thousands of people. Are you doing adoration? Thousands of people. Most of these people are possessed by unsettled spirits. Now you know if una mortuary, often possess most of the people. If you know, okay, if only na abo fufuna da kuku, eto esefe chuku. She's okay. Don't allow me to talk everything I know.
Ogilisi Igbo. Enwe mgbe nna agbafe Rojenny nneje Owerri mo nna agbafe side sometimes when I see the structure, it looks like they are even dilapidating. What brought about the downfall at a time? What brought about the low patronage at a time? Ka ihe so wee gburu Rojenny. Go ahead.
Onweghị ihe gburu Rojenny. Ihe gburu Rojenny was mortuary. That's why Google you are this thing. I'm the one that been talking this thing for a long time. And when have life in Anambra State, even the fun city, is it being patronized? Can people build that their leisure, their joy? It cannot happen in Anambra. Because when crying souls na more, even people I got a bro if I'm not going. Here na boom now, burial ceremonies. Burial ceremonies. Even then Banku emifa anako na Abuja na obodo Igbo na nothing is happening here. Fene wu na ụmụaka je bili n'ọhịa. Apụta dị ha dị possess ha pụta chọọ ofu onye ha ya egbu ma onye ha ya eburu na n'ọhịa lie anụ ya niile ewu wandering spirits. Eta nsi mali ife welo ife dịka Rojenny ebe 70s. Ka nsi mali ife a na-agwa gị kwa ngwago gị ife kele Chukwu obu anyanwụ ọnwa n'ụwa. Nyanwa na Chukwu kere mmadụ n'oyi nke. You can find it from the trinity of this soul na terra. Mana people amaro. People na-agwa na enwele Chukwu na afụrụ anya. Mana ife yeji mana Chukwu afụrụ anya doesn't exist. Nne gị na nna gị na-afụfe anya. Nne gị na nna gị mụrụ gị. Eto aka this trinity si ke gị. Nha nye gị life. Each of them not draw on you now, you can't exist. Then should you leave them? Now after Chukwu afụ anya. Eto aka nse ekwu. Ndị Igbo busia na ozu dị na mocha ka fear. Forget about banditry in the north. Thinking that ndị Muslim na atụ egwu. No. Muslims can never fear, but Christians are fearing so much. These are our people now, not aware 20 police, 30 police. Why should they fear? Some of these Northerners, and police again. They don't fear. No Muslim fears. Christians are fearing. They're not supposed to fear. All because of the ghost that is flying within them. They may evacuate. Even this idea of why can't you enjoy giving the dead befitting burial? Ask me by how.
By how?
Thank you. Can you bury the corpse immediately? The day of ceremony, you call it funeral ceremony. Cancel burial ceremony. Introduce funeral ceremony. On your Igbo now. Because eto I see biwa kaisana in us coming. We can come in the evening or in the night or listen. From the fetus, we come as a fetus from the woman's womb. Oria.
Yes.
And answer, na amukwalo chijoke o, amukwalo onye data, amukwalo undu we ngoli amulo. The day of child dedication, what happened?
They dedicate, they eat and drink.
Yes.
And they give name.
Child dedication undu wa abian. So also na Mr. Peter, you bury immediately. The day of funeral ceremony, thousands of people will come, you jubilate. By then, the soul, only on anywhere. Mana, tell me, why should you keep the corpse sheeted by the soul? With the soul. The soul is God. The soul is perfect entity. The soul never died. Man, no shit go out the body, which keeping the body makes the soul not to germinate to the spirit realm. If you go. So now, we lose the day, we lose the body. In a cold linsi. Ano arobun sin clubi nupo la nupo. Eto sa we nupo say flush ya ko si un clubi nupo ano ara flush ya. So that can they live in Simangole. Okay, you know therapy akita ya no weba. Okay, na Elios minus embalmment and all this. Ndi body very wicked though. Igbos are very dangerous people. What they are doing, the deaths are not recorded in anywhere in the creation of God. Why should they keep a sheet pull out from the living soul into in a kotokozu? Imakwa 1983. Kedoga movie.
1990.
Okay. 1983 beyond. Ndị Igbo na-anyụ nsị na bucket na townships. Ndị onye buru nsị a na-ebu ya in the night. Oge ha ipelu mpa na-elesi ndị onye buru nsị kerosene n'abalị na-aba. A na-ebu ịkpali aha wuo nsị a n'iru shedi gị. Mana fege mana Enugu ko camp every a na-ebu nsị. Maka ije na anụcha ụlọ ije n'azụ toilet n'azụ ụlọ lonye toilet ịnọla enyo ya olu na abalị ndị onye bulu nsị abịa si n'azụ ụlọ bulu ya wunye conservancy service. Now ọkwa ka Buhari and the Diabobia piam executive order bucket system cancelled. This toilet system introduced 1983 in Kenya. No, that's how the whole Nigeria is clean. My question in the Igbo, which means all na anye balloons I can be today. I will hear na ife chief hotel. Man, the Diabo and the Buhari banish bucket system toilet everywhere become clean. A wise governor of Igbo extreme shall banish corpses in Igboland so that we can breed and enjoy our society.
Banish depositing corpses in mortuary.
Yes.
Not corpses in Igboland.
They should banish corpses deposition in mortuaries in Igboland. And so that imana ndị mmụọ ozi like ndị Igbo so much. Ndị Igbo dị Chukwu mkpa, but we are far from God with ibe anyị na-eme. Ọ ya mere anyị jee n'ụka sị a na-eli anụ Chukwu, a na-aṅụ ọbara ya. It's an insult to the creator, nothing like that. Ife mmadụ ya shade for the soul salvation, the desire of your body. Iwelu will power, ilie desire of the body, ilie desire of your blood. The enable your soul salvation. Here mystery, here esoteric. Our over vertical ye meze anu aru ane ruye. Who is the soul and the Who is Christ? For the mere fact the soul came to live in us is already that Christ in us. Christ in our know the seed of God in us, the breath of God in us, so I have Christ. There is no Christ outside you except the breath of God in us. So he needs to be respected by doing the laws, obeying the laws of its existence. Because it was a mewu nwa pụta, the soul energizes the child, the baakwa. Always a living soul. It's a breath of God. Along the line, upward, in the body, including waiting for assignment. You got that good?
Why is this not affecting Ndiocha? Because I'm not this morgue system is actually I'm from Ndiocha. Igbos also deposit their dead bodies in the morgue. Why is it not affecting them? And then it's not affecting the Igbo.
Who told you it's not affecting them?
They are doing well. They are doing well.
They are not doing well.
Technology.
Okay. Why has all their empire fall? What are you talking about? The Roman Empire fall. The Italian Empire fall. Their empires are going down and going down. Equal evolution.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
British Empire is still there.
I want you to use the China, Japan, Welumalo. They are not doing the people in China, the Japanese, all this. Dubai bidolunya JK transformation in Dubai. They don't keep. When they keep cops or when the Igbo no buy ye, je cho eba ha ye debe ke we debe mbos ha ye li. There
are other Muslim countries that keep course, and then Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, some of these Muslim countries, Somalia, we say they fight every day. So what do you have to say about them? Because they are desolated as a country, but they don't keep corpses because they're actually a Muslim country. What do you have to say about
No,
them?
I don't want us in this topic. I don't want us to enjoy to start debating on what do you call it? On even in a Bagashuk or something like that, on debate. No. Even the actual figure, Igbo man is made of an ordinary human being that they need to obey the laws of our ancestors. Our ancestors were not keeping corpses and they were better off. There was a happiness, and except the Britain came to divide us. Then they keep the laws of the laws of the Jew. The Jew don't keep corpses. They bury immediately. Keep the laws of the Islam. Keep the laws of the Orientals. Man, if I actually was a give, when here mobile transition of mobile. This if there is on a passage, it will retain where buna. Or professional ni debezioz. Ibutezi ozu n'ụka ndị ekperima kasok ana-eri ozu. Forget about this thing. Our people are going into it that they need to come out of it. That's what I'm saying. They were by 70s and 80s, everywhere the happiness everywhere. And what was great happiness in Igboland though? And what are the only where if he enough now? Adoration. Ebi ya fundi na iman all ghosts kafawu because the way they jubilate into natural they are vampires. Nda na-eju na crusade vampires kafawu. They are not human beings.
And the mortuary be na across chair.
Oh, the people. If you ejima now, ina gana surface mama the number of people in the mortuary. Okwani ajiva aneku. It's just like enwe 300 feet depth n'ebe anyị nọ kịta tụọ one plank wele ife cover aka nni wele ife cover aka ekpe sị gị gaa you will pass. Just atụọ plank in a depth lụrụ ebe 400-500 foot mana egbochie cotton n'aka nni gbochie cotton n'aka ekpe sị gị gaa you will conveniently pass. Ọ ife na-eme anyị n'ilu anyị na-agaghali without measuring the type of corpse in the mortuary. Mana ife ya amazi ewepụzie the cutting by the left, wepụ the cutting by the right, you can never pass that plank. Truth or false?
True.
Iba ha na jijiji ida. Oh, ife na-eme. Let me tell you, emeghe mortuaries ndị Igbo fu ozu dị na mortuary in Anambra State. Iman where our problem comes from. Even because if onye nọ na Lagos nwụ ebunata na Igbo, onye na Ogwu Awụsa nwụ ebunata na Igbo, onye na obodo Igbo nwụ ebunata na Igbo. Mana ndị na-agagali amaro the type of ozu dị na mortuary. Weludi say nke a na malukwu even na-ekwu. One single plant debe 2 feet. Ko ya wi debe na valley dị ebe 400-500 feet deep. Idoche board n'aka nni, doche board n'aka ekpe. Asị gị gaa, you will joyfully pass. Mana anwa wepụ the board left and right. I swear you cannot pass it because once itinyere ụkwụ the magnetism adọghị dọtụ onye anwụ. Ọ ihe anyị na-eme ụmụnne anyị ndị nwụrụ anwụ adọmpụsị ha na mortuary. Anyị na-akpaghalị na-enwe aṅụlị. Anyị amụrụ abomination anyị na-eme before the angels of heaven. You know. Nekwa another dangerous thing. Assassin new generation. No ha na like ka e were ozu na-eme padi. To the extent that onye mmadụ na-eme will ọnwụ osi nie. Ọnwụzi eje nie. Asị na ụmụ ya asị that na ha enye na ha one ha befitting burial. Ọkụ ya another problem. Which means to them, ihe wu befitting burial wu na eji ozu na-atụ. I repeat, it is abomination. People that use undertaker and the mortuary as a factory should close down. Ha were ebe niile aha mee factories. And ndị ụka na-eli ozu. Let me tell you, ịbụrụ onye ụka bụrụ priest, go and read the book of Number, chapter 19, verse 11 to 23. Caricature that deceive anyị na-enye ndị mmadụ ama work. Sebutezi na ozu n'ụlọ ụka. For the mefa na imingu with ozu, you are unclean and you are an infidel. Let me see so that to know whether our people can understand. Ama maybe ha si mụta ife ife ọjọọ taa ka ọ bụrụzie omenala ndị Igbo kwụsị ya ka ụwa anyị tọnụ with ụdị gọvanọ anyị nwelu kịta ụdị fun city enwelu ụdị place like Rojenny and all this ebidozie na-enwe ma cultural festival, more festival, sport festival na-enwe aṅụlị ọ ife eji ke ndị Igbo mmadụ puku nwanne ya ọlị by 2 a.m. ọ na-ana ụmụaka anọ n'ọhịa settled souls possessive fading disappear. That's what I'm saying.
Dalu. So the solution is to clear all the mortuary, bury the corpses, and kill the mortuary business in Igbo.
Yes.
And then turn it into a productive factory.
Exactly.
That the economy of this region will actually revive.
100%. I assure that. 100%.
Dalu. For ndị na-amaro, just like you said about the eaglet of 1993 and how you played that role, kedu roles Rojenny play when it comes to development in Southeast, the economy, the sports? For ndị na-amacharo, go ahead please.
Ife Rojenny melu ndị Igbo, they unquantifiable in terms of money. First of all, in 80s, it was all Rojenny bringing happiness to ndị Igbo. It was in Rojenny that attracted the international continental matches when Udoji was there. when Jasper was there. It was in Rojenny that 3 teams were promoted to Division 1. Udoji, Jasper, Gabros.
Gabros United.
Yes. And it has been given Ndi Igbo the happiness they didn't derive from anywhere. That's why so many people say when they were small, they were in Rojenny. Now, what will happen is that the current government, whatever the current government, supposed to continue seeing the progress in Rojenny and knowing that Rojenny is not one-man business. What I did there is general public something. So to attribute Rojenny, maintain here, no. Even I want Rojenny to go PLC so that people can actually combine to invest like every other corporate businesses. You know? But for Ndi Igbo to think that Rommy Ezeonwuka Rojenny, Honor Dayada and all one-man show is not a factory. You should know that Rojenny is not a factory where you produce plastic and sell, or you produce water. Rojenny is an entertainment and social place where you can come for leisure, come for sports, come for health, come to build talent. Even if we know obodo talent, and then with thousands of people that can brew in Rojenny and market them overseas. It's just like when Igbos were there, all those Igbo players, due to my personal listening on them, they were extraordinary. Here the Celestin Babayaro, Uruma, Kanu. Okay, Fajele Baba na Japan because they were with me 2 years and 3 months. First country they met was 8-0. Because Azuchan Ukun Hawura Iron. Second country was 4-0 before they beat Japan and beat Ghana and come back with the cup. After they come back, Nigeria politics. Because politicians look towards where you to benefit or to their pocket and power. You know, people shouldn't see that type of investment as a one-man show. Because I'm not cooking hotel there. I'm not doing manufacturing there. What I am doing there is to manufacture and produce the champions that can bring laurel to our country. That's why those people I have mentioned now, everybody see what they did. People like Celestin Babayero, Kanu Wanko, and so on and so forth. So nothing who's our people putting interest to say, okay, grant. The people that love future of our day can put up grant to make things happening. So for people to allow Rojenny to die, is for people to allow Anambra to die. Rojenny was built by Ndi Anambra. I'm one of them that contribute in building Rojenny. So as of now, actually from Rojenny will be there. When I check other people's business, and when they go carry them 1 million times, most of them are go if any when I won't see go. But Rojenny ama because here mereba Olympic Stadium or more in our as a Rojenny Stadium is, so every other Olympic Stadium is in all parts of the world. It's a credit to Ndi Igbo. Are you hearing me? Basketball, yeah, handball, yeah, tennis court, yeah, athletic pitch. Yeni na mitri international standard. What holds our people? Patronizing that place, building the future champions. Because everything is politics and the crusade and the adoration. Adoration and crusade need to stop in this town. And if all ages stop, mortuary, this thing will disappear. If not, in our command, the mother, who get it, and they may even. I think our children survive. Japan, careful how Umakasi has succeeded. Nobody assemble children for prayer. Pray for what? You can't assemble anybody to praise God because God doesn't need your praise. God needs you to obey His law. The law is what sustains God. Don't disobey His law and praise Him. Oh, idobi iwu Chukwu. Uwe ya dị mma. Chukwu achọrọ onye na-emebi ụwa ya. Ihe anyị na-eme ewu, anyị na-emebi ụwa Chukwu. na-ayọ ya ayịyọ si ya na anyị na-eri nwa ya na-aṅụ ọbara ya ị chọkwa ka onye na-eri nwa ya na-aṅụ ọbara ya nyekwara gị aka. What sense have we shown we are? Mbanu. Onye esoteric teaching by Christ is 100% esoteric. Ịmara jee study ya ife ọ kụziela iwu esoteric teaching. O nwere ihe ọ na-ekwu bụ ife da that ọ fụlụ mkpụrụ osisi a mịtọrọ mkpụrụ bụ ya n'obo. You living must be productive. If you stay idle without production of anything, you're supposed to die. Ihe niile ọ na-ekwu inu ka ọ na-atụ. A tree, mkpụrụ osisi amịta ha mkpụrụ ya egbutu. Ya winu ọ na-atụ. Means that now, kedu ife na contribute either in terms of love to your fellow men, onwe ihe na-ele, onwe ihe na produce, onwere anything you good at. Nke a onwe ihe that is good. Ebe na ya iyo, ebe ya no idol, no. Onwe ụlọ ịba. So nọrọ ema na nọ as a ghost. Ihe ni na we hear Christ ibia. Christ want activity. That's why the sun melt everything to be germinating. Or the sun God na germinate everything. If it in a germinate, and he ate it in nana or germinate. Echo welu mkpụrụ mango debe n'ụlọ, welu ọka debe n'ụlọ ebe akọ ya dị. Iwepụta ya tinye nana or germinate. That's the sun and the earth for you.
Enkwa ji ndị na-epu ome n'ime store ebe edebe ha. Ana m afụchakwa ya.
Opuo ma elute n'anything ngwale with that na. Ife mita mkpụrụ ka na-ekwu.
Just to crack you up. Iyi na-ekwu m nlote ndị bụ na ha chọba ihe nwa asị biko na their last wish is biko si tinye m naanị ozugbo. Elote m my friend Nzenwugo papi ahụ. Ihe papi yọrọ ya bụ biko don't put me in mortuary. And then ya amacha why ha ji asị tinye ha n'ana. So that actually backed up what you're saying. Dalorin. Ogilisi Igbo, enwe mgbe anyị bịa n'ụba maka Tansian University. Etago anyị asị ka anyị kpọọ ka ị bịa tinye ọnụ. Fada eme nka, fada emero nka. Jube esa asị na Ogilisi Igbo dịkwu involved na the Tansian University. Mana mamara ọda ma ọ bụ academic ka ọ bụ as a stakeholder ka ọ bụ as the owner. So also the family address gị ka ị bịa ka ị kọwala anyị anyị anụgo emere arrest, eje court, you know. I called you, ịkọwachala some of these things. Say you need ịbịa ka ikwu na Gbam ka ọ daa Gbam. So go ahead because kedu who are you to Tansian University as an institution? Go ahead.
Ife mmekwu ka ọ daa nkenke maka nkwa etu nsi nwetebe university maybe ife niile oye take a lot of time. Man ife me na the Tansi, why I come with the name Tansi bo during the beatification of Tansi. Mike Iwe na Tansi.
Okay. Yes.
I contribute to at least 35% success of Tansi beatification ceremony. I contributed at least 35%.
Okay.
One, I gave the Catholic Church on each diocese, I gave them my Rojenny stadium. Eba came with vigil mass.
Which year was this? Can you remember?
Okay, but if no, each check is there. I can.
Okay.
Then, one, my Rojenny stadium was given to Onitsha diocese as where they had vigil mass, because all they proposed Oba Airport came the ceremony, beatification ceremony near Onitsha diocese. Now, near Onitsha diocese, my factory, Ranent factory, Ebanji Mezi Tansian University.
Okay.
Near where the Catholic Church. Ebaka was in the protocol. Protocol took Makao closer to the airport. Okay? Now, nyekwa the Onitsha Diocese my house, my personal house. Now my personal house ka Bishop Nwedo of Umuahia Diocese Silaro. I gave them my house, my bedroom. Kedozelo. Enyenya Onitsha Diocese. That is 3. Now we look at my caterpillar. Nyaka ni prepare the helipad. Ebe Popu Yada. My caterpillar. As a matter of fact, the visitation of a nuncio was coming. Then the bishop, Mozaino, Hilary Okeke, Oga Mozaino, under Onitsha Diocese.
Yes.
Balobia. Even Okpopta na mosque. Eventually, so the Muslim Mejuma. Can make sure that na the nuncio oversee the preparation. So now, Muabalu 21 cannon fire during the hour of beatification. And we signed during the hour I was an Abadi Ebe. Because my personal residence and the Ebe Melo beatification the close. So Muabar. Then do you know all this was my contribution toward the beatification of Tansi.
1998.
Because my dream can Tansi be made a saint? Nanya, you know? Oburu believe in Abia beatify our own brother, you know? So these are my contribution. After the beatification, the Onitsha laity, led by Bishop Obiefuna, they came to my house to thank me with 10 bags of rice and 1 ram. If a Bishop Obiefuna Kubu, my son, I wouldn't need that for you, but I can only pray for me for what I did for the Catholic, you know? So, yeah. Then I decided to build Tansi Chapel in Rojenny village. And when you went at Tansi Chapel in Rojenny, approved by Onitsha Diocese. Then, this is a much as a Mozaino Nasi. Now, is there anywhere, like even in the age where Lume for Ife Tansi, about where tourism something, on where to see something, ebe pilgrimages here, if I can I me, John Bosco come a Mozaino, Onyuga, Onya Kokobai, we bioba. Sinon, I chebo ye me for Tansi brothers something. DNA look after the old priest and all these things. You know, they are near a very small place in my factory. Near a small place in my factory. Eba kanyelia. Onoleba. Amarom no holokona on our. This Mozano John Bosco come. Ochori ne chief father. Ochori ne chief father. Eventually, Onitsha Diocese, Piam, Ima, close down this Tansi brothers, even, you know. They want me, close it down. Now, Onitsha approve any congregation. He was forbidding establishing any congregation. He tried it and the Enugu fell. Even he tried Makodi fell. He tried the Oka. He now tried Onitsha. He close it down. Unwe size John Bosco ngwa. Pack and go. Oh, maka Tansi kanji choka me if actually me now pack and go. Oga kai kuno. Kai try ya university. If you go to see me Tansi University. Also no you went at Tansi something. Onitsha Diocese no 0. Can't use that. Then you go even at Tansi something me seminary. Are you hearing me? Yeah, life. Many priests know guy, old priests, we know all these things in Naheku. Eventually, I say, okay, I decided I will lay a measure university. So Njukwa Onitsha Diocese, say, na John Bosco come the good. All the good in here was school. No one school ne Enugu nwekwe n'Oga. therefore ọ bụrụ ife nke a na nsogbu adịrọ mana the diocese adịkwa involve ngwa John Bosco Onitsha sikwa na fire dị involve ya sị ka enwetagodo license. Then how do we get license? Getting license is a miracle. How? We have to do academic brief. Academic brief. How do you get? How can this factory be suitable for takeoff campus? I have to bring in every available space. Then add their Rojenny village with the academic brief. Nda Abuja de la Abia scope. Anabia. Ana say idea. Anabia. I say idea. Anabia. Idea. To the extent he has a chief. Okwa makaika haye mifa. Na hafu go kwa this John Bosco. You got to go kwa makamua. So here mezebu. I decided I can put other people can invest in the university. I brought in one Benkov, Onyuga. He invested money. Invested amount how many millions? Every 13 something million. About 13 million go with the loga invested. Ndozom with the CTC Obelego. Man along the line, Kafabia decline na. Mu ama hadati na muna onyo ka imekọ ihe. Abrokwetu nsi eche ka o si eche. But along the line, the NUC was very happy with me. We went to Omonia, secured the land, Omonia, thousands of plots in Omonia, for permanent site. Even a man Oba would take off campus. The campus Amadi steady in Oba. But now take off. We just na the
permanent site.
Permanent site. So we secured the permanent site. As a matter of fact, one of the managers with the Caterpillar secured the whole place. He's a member. Nkahaji Caterpillar secured the place. Work manager. Mua, the financier. Then John Bosco come the founder. Ito akesi nya a license. If I did na NUC Abuja, they need a license. So onye melaji went a license to Andy Oba through Obasanjo. And Obasanjo was about to go. So Andy Oba said, see me here, we were lucky to Oluzoge a stamp. Professor Koji, chief, that I should remove Rojenny village. If they stamp that place, I'm not a ball. Man, ebe wete go if I remove the documents of Rojenny, which I did, I remove. I stamp the if I na my running the industry certificate of occupancy. A stamp we with the from bank, even deposit the stamp was edited. Here, Nezai Kainwe, among the whole Catholics enough for the when we license. I run Mazeno the university. So I wanted to use that. I have done all these investments. That running to got the on. I had 240 workers and 12 and the 6 expatriates working. And I all 24 hours.
The factory?
Yeah, we got the on, we got the function.
Can you not allop?
We were fiberglass product.
Okay.
A lot tank.
Okay.
Then toothpick. I was exporting toothpick to Europe.
You mentioned that before.
Yes. So all these things kind of sanitary wares. Kind of. Imago factory the apart from that, I brought in a revolution in Newi Mosako's papers. Mwese kan weze new university. Kabulebe si gazikwe higher. Kamdisho na I have covered everything. Amaham na John Bosco mune ane ifa. Nejene claim no say with the university. No say with the university. Njuo ya onwolumi yi na okukwe ka obulu onye nwula anwu. Ndị journalist no ebe okule ha bịa gwa m confront ya si ya Mozai always okasi na so gị nwe university ya si ebe ikokuru okukwe until one theory wo ihera we say my mind kwa ihe John Bosco na-ekwu osikwa na nwe the university mgbe kpozi oku kpọọ ndị mmadụ ka ekpeze ya azụ ikpe abịa msi a John Bosco yes asasi na-ejegali si na ọsọgụ nwee university ya so kwuru n'ebe then Teore onye press weta ebe o kwuru ya hudu isi n'ala ma ihe o kwuru wee sị na ihe mee na-ebu ogoro oge ahụ eji kwụọ o nwere ụgwọ eji na bank ebe 40 million something ngwale ya kwụọ ka e wee wele akwụkwọ je stampụ ife ebe jizi eme university. I don't need to pay because in a running factory you enwe some loan. You got to say akuzie ka onye ọcha wete the money akwụọ e wee stamp je ife na the ife da. So nso ihe na so factory nọ n'ebe 3, 4, 500, 1 billion ka eji kwụọ ife a ya ọzọ ụlọ ma nka ma ọ bụ ife wetara ka ewe na-eme university nsị a wee gbaa ya akwụkwọ na Ogidi High Court ekpebe ihe a kpechasịa onye na-ekpele ewu onye Chikpeazụ Nnamdi Ibegbu na-ekpele mụnwa ejecha o wee wụrụ na John Bosco nwere onye ọzọ a na-akpọ nwunye bụ Minister of Education Ọbaji o jee na Abuja nali ya ego si aka ọ bụrụzie nyanwa nwezi university ka branch of the university wee gaa to Imo State ife aka ha packages without me knowing. So Ọbaji wee jezie na NUC wee sị ya na onye ha makwa bụ nwe the university bụ mụnwa na ọ kakwa mma na ọ bịa meet ya mụnwa. Ọbaji nọ ndụ Ọbaji wee bịa gwa m etu John Bosco si gwue wee napụ ya ego ọ napụrụ ya and na o nwere ego o ji eji ife dị wee nata na ọ gwa ya mee data akaụntụ o mere ya na ọ ka chụọ ya ka ọ bụzie mụ na ya nwe the university. Before you know it Ọbaji chụọ John Bosco wele ọba dechie mana information si Onitsha Diocese wee sị m led by Mozana Obiagba onye Achịna na ife a na-esekwe n'okwu a why not ka anyị dozie mụ na John Bosco na ihe mee n'iwu ọ rapụrụ my property mụ arapụzie university ọnwụọ ndị ụka ewele university.
I want to make healthy living a culture in our society. Teta n'ụtụtụ mee exercise gị sweat, that sweat is very important. Ịba na garden gị bele akwụkwọ nri sie nri, very natural food. Or ife your body need, just nri ọbụla dị etu Chukwu si kee.
Okwu ihe akwụkwọ ihe a ekweghị m asị m taa afụfụ nweta university m hapụ ya ma hapụ ewe yo menu yo mana nso oke na ife menu na mana nke mezi m attraction bụ the vice chancellor of the university day na na-akpọ Ndụka Ụrai sị m na ikwucha ife ya na-akwụ m every year na mụ na ya enwezi understanding na the sports levy of the students. Sports levy bụ na students na-akwụ 5,000 sports mụ na ya na-ekie 50-50 na use 3,000 students nwee 5,000 ọ bụrụ 150 million ọkwa ya na agreement mụ na John Bosco bụ onye na-akwụ 10 million a year. So the vice chancellor si onye 10 million nyanwe nye m 75 million. Chief, is it not 85 million? What do you want again? Mr. Alhamdulillah. Eme agreement. John Bosco, the agreement is here. Onye signed onye prepared the agreement onye Chikpeazụ and my lawyer Nnamdi Ibegbu prepared the agreement. Then the Anyachebelu, the judge of Ogidi High Court, stamped away as consent judgment. That's a here.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yes.
Let me show you. Stamped away as a consent judgment. So, he had a consent judgment imezebo imen na Enwohem University, which I was regretting. Mana because of as a businessman, na the then vice chancellor kugo na mma na-enwe go from the sports something. Nkwere, e were draft all this safe na consent judgment, consent agreement. John Bosco signed, Mua sign ya, vice chancellor ya sign ya, my PA sign ya, ndị ọzọ nọ with him sign ya, ma doctor sign ya, sign cha ihe. Then, ka sign chali ya, ihe kwule ebe a bụ terms of settlement. Ife edere ebe a bụ case anwa anyị na-azọ John Bosco a na-azọ o ji si na o nwere ebe ogoro na enweghị ebe ogoro na ewepụtagoro from Ogidi High Court were reach these terms of agreement. Ịghọtago? So ka emechala ya neze the order na onye sani ya judgment wuzi they say terms of settlement duly signed on 25th October 2010 and filed in this court on 2nd November 2010 is hereby adopted, incorporated, and entered as the consent judgment in respect of this suit. So now, and all pending suits, matters, number 6, all pending suits, matters, and criminal complaints shall be withdrawn, and they shall abate. These terms of settlement shall be the consent judgment of the Honorable Court in this suit dated 26 October 2010. So this thing sealed and knocked me out from university ownership and granted John Bosco ownership of the university.
John Bosco what again?
Mozano John Bosco Akam.
Okay.
So ihe ha na-ewu eluzgo m iso nwe university ntala afufu. Even though the equity was calibrated in terms of contribution, my equity was 81% as against John Bosco 13%. Ndị ọzọ wetala ego when they 2%, ndị 3%. You got to go. So mana ka eve mmemme because of the rise na mmana enwetekwa ego from sports mwe kwere. Then John Bosco we nazie na-enwe aṅụli ọ nara otikpo ụga na ndị jubilate so ya nwezi university ọ na-ewute na esozi nwe university. So but what happened? He was happily paying the honorarium because if ejide honorarium si as ihe ebe a na-eme university anaghị ede debt, anaghị ede lease or rent. So nya ka eji use the word na ha ye na-akwa honorarium and na ha ya anọ 25 years and every 5 years I add ego not more than 50%. In here contain everything. This is a consent judgment. I suppose you ekpe ọ na-akwụ m ụgwọ for about 5 years. Now look at a human being, a demon, parade himself as a human being, came and deceived John Bosco, said that he's going to cancel this, he's going to revert this consent judgment. Only as also America, not after Father Edwin Obiora. I don't know how such a human being exists. A reverend father. Nechichanya say that he's going to revert this consent judgment. Melenji for 50 university happens earlier John Bosco. John Bosco ne nwangoli no ya nwezi university na akwụm ụgwọ.
Happily.
Part of the check so je la akwụm ụgwọ. Ona akwụm every time ona say bia nu wele ego no. Then my boy ma eje nati ego. I think all the 9 can we go before.
Chama, call manager to get those documents.
Oje nati ego. Yana bianu wele ego no. Oje nati ego. So mu aka na echeli oge nke oge nke sports ya bịa ka m wee na-enwe ego kọbalụ ife da so anyị amarọ na onye nwa wee jeze deceive onweghị onye ma ihe obu n'obi na John Bosco amaghị anya law no clergyman omaha trick but I assure you that this priest what he prepared for John Bosco.
The father Edwin Obiora.
Yeah, this Edwin Obiora ma ihe o prepare John Bosco ka ọ bụrụzie consultant ya ị ghọtago so ọnọdụzie to him as a consultant then this event bụ John Bosco Mozana John Bosco akam sign retainership to Father Edwin Obiora only. Mana here Father Obiora je draft to chacha ihe draft through because of the John Bosco Mozana John Bosco amaha law. Gwa ya ụdị ego oye na-akwụ ya. Gwa ya ihe niile oye na-eme. The John Bosco sign ya. So nyeze a contract of being a retainer. Ka ọ bụzi retainer, ọ na-ekpeli ikpe na-agwa ya na oye je kpegasị this consent judgment. So ọkụ ya ka anọ ọ dịka egwu dịka ife dị onye na-enyere retainership John Bosco chọọ ịkwụ ya ụgwọ say no the matter is in the court. Ọ chọọ ịkwụ ya ụgwọ no the matter
is he a lawyer too? The Reverend Father.
Other practice law in America were not they hide there under Okadiocese. Now the guy is in Okadiocese. About Monya who secretary Edwin Obiora do ajuju. If money na-eje ka ọ na-eje so many family eto se mewu. Ọ bịa n'ihe mmadụ weli ọgba akwụkwọ gbakara akwụkwọ ebe niile. In judiciary, I do so many priests. They know this man. How about a human being? Come na way. So now, Otina Okono Yeje Pegalifa. Oje, any ruling against him said that he can't tamper anything consent judgment.
He went to appeal.
Is
that appeal? Is that the High Court?
No, I just court, I just High Court. Kuona ha choho, ha na ha kwa anyị ụgwọ. Fa na ha akwa anyị ụgwọ ekwuru na ha ye na akwụ. That
they will not adhere to the consent judgment.
Maka Edwin Obiora ọ bụrụ kwato the ife of John Bosco. Ọ na-ewute John Bosco mụ na ya nwe university. Ihe awụ the criminal machination of Edwin Obiora to make sure that na ọ na-eji ikpe na-anapụ John Bosco ego. Ị ghọtago? Mana John Bosco in heart of hearts ọ na-ewute na ọ naghị akwụ ya ụgwọ. Mana eje ọsị his lawyer advised him. My lawyer advised me. Nsa John Bosco kwe ma eto esi nwe this university. My lawyer advised me onye ọ na-ekwu. Eventually agba akwụkwọ na akwụrụ ya ụgwọ. Court nye anyị ruling. Onye nye anyị ruling na-abụ Arinze Akabua George. Nyela this judgment sign ayo chofa lekọ ife niile fa nwe. Recover ego ha ji anyị. This judgment was there. Now we have the ruling. So nyanwa tinye appeal on that order. He got to go. Mana ife major to the ife the students. Ima na ụmụ nka ha ebere na emem and all this thing. I can't eme ka mi here na eme. So jeze court nyekwa ruling that he cannot. Na ihe ni na ọkọrọ. Maka ọ sị that na the consent judgment na when writ of summons on this ihe aka ọkọchara aja mbere ọkọchara the judge say ihe niile ọ na-akọ rubbish aja mbere ka ọ na-akọ nothing like that exists, nothing supersedes consent judgment. So kenyezi anyị ruling na ka anyị jezie execute ife there. Ọ bụ na police anyị chọrọ ije withdraw ha because of Buhari election. I hold here. And I can maybe ụmụ akwụkwọ mere ife aka arapụ ime ife. Eventually ife anyị nozewu ọsị na o tinyela appeal n'Enugu. So o nwerekwa onye grantile ya stay of execution. Mana because of the manner we operate, we think that they can comply and pay us. I say, if I believe they can pay us. And then, I had is an appeal. Okay, as a KJV appeal. Appeal la hakaino. Well, not America. We just close you down the school. Close you down the school. See here, many men. One, no court says stay execution. Anywhere. I have to go and close the school. Eventually. Cardinal Okpaleke. Same.
Of the Ekulobia.
Same one.
That is.
Moje mege school. Ko maka banye. Kwado maika how. Okpaleke is alive. Ko maika how. Somebody like me, we father. If we do investment in them, if you know, how do we turn this? Because here a new generation with them. How can we help this new generation? Okwane akoje mem. Obuna wonye nkowa. I abide by disobey the cardinal. But I have to agree. MPS school maka banyekwa. Okwechirikwa. To the extent that the Ejebeze the pick up. Finally, Maka he went and deceived. Makonya was a sick on us. Also, in here, if a man all night, also all night, a man all tutu. Oya na why you doing obiora. I repeat again, the man are a human being. Now, can you believe after Eteruse? The cardinal say mepe school na ewin go dey win na ye settle line makonya sina my property na milk billions of money kita onwezi ihe okolukoro na enye people random doctorate degree na emezi ụmụaka akpọkọ ụmụaka enye ha nursing certificate e gotago so kita he makes billions. And tomorrow they had to pay me. Now my property. So, I believe non a court. Now, do you know the worst of all? Senator Victor eventually the appeal court rules in my favor. Look at it. Appeal court ruled in my favor. Sinamada manapu mwata for tal. The people rule in my favor. Now, where do we know Biora? Now, what if I am up? And by the way, if I do, who is Edwin Obiora at Tansian University? Nobody. Or mother to see with the Tansian University. Or more can handle over the license of Tansian University. Before John Bosco Bido mess way up. Money a dossier, no proper settlement on them only. Edwin Obiara will say, forget about no matter without knowing that it was a very highest trick, criminal trick. Could you wait deceive John Bosco? That's why I never John Bosco better. Ogotaro. Onya we penetrate here. Eventually John Bosco miss kwa. Oh yeah, with a problem. Oh na John Bosco no. Omala ukiva name.
Okay, John Bosco is late now.
Oh yeah, mezino. The Oluzo go. Now, this Cambia, this ruling, this court, after the ruling, Biara, Okpaleke we see ya with the Senator Victor me, ke settle Rojenny, ke settle Rommy. Yes, non the Supreme Court, non the Supreme Court. So John Bosco, Senator Victor me has to resign. Makodi eto se me wo bia ya point people on a use. People alone at the Tansian University on a value. Now people are on the Tansian University adron any oka. He wanted to enroll a club erosis. Then Cardinal Makalia Nife pull out. Rojenny ojeku Paulinus Ezokafo. Paulinus Ezokafo Mago if also hajili. They quite serious at this one.
That's Father Edwin Obiora or John Bosco. Koine ejekulundia nine.
Edwin Obiora, Fada Edwin Obiora.
bụ ihe jekwulu Ọbaleke.
Yes, nyanwa Edwin Obiora je rulu Okpaleke ka ọ banye ka ọ na-eyuzu ihe. Mana oge anwa Okpaleke bịa afụ the truth wee yọọ ọmụme gị school. Mmegacha school ka esetụzie mụ. Fada Obiora si ya na matter dị na appeal and the ruling shall come very soon. Okpaleke wee si mụ nwee ndidi. O wute m mana eme nwee ndidi ahụ. Fortunately, the appeal court gave the beautiful ruling. The 3 judges dismissed whatever he find, struck whatever he find. Na ihe ọ na-akọ we iberibe. That with this consent judgment, this young man enwere ike na parade onwe for anything. Understand? Omakwife. And already the consent judgment is stamped by the current chief judge of Anambra State. Now, this is a ruling of the Ife there. So now it must be the worst. Can Ife ka onwe his accomplished. Onye awu a criminal. Actually ojehe university, ojehe seminary. Mana ojere pipe onwe nya ma eto si rolo onwe into the John Bosco. Tinyezi onwe ihe o master wo forgery. Ada kwa innocent uke. He went and forged.
Is he a Reverend Father too?
No, he called himself Reverend Doctor. One is not a reverend. Or a chichi anywhere.
Reverend based on Pentecostal church.
Does he have as a reverend? Even now, Otikwe the doctor because Habi Agocha Ogolo na Tansian University that Abera crew innocent Obiora as a may register. Are you hearing me? A will register of a university. I won't believe it. A crew clear. So if you're innocent in Azaz now, Reverend Doctor, innocent to care. How we want Azaz. Now this is our open eye world. How do you become a register? Now as a register, we program as a Mezikwa Edwin Obiora, Father Edwin Obiora, professor. Na nyawa will register now, and go with the council. We married that na Edwin Obiora, wonye me professor. O we na azazi professor, Reverend Professor Senior Advocate, BO chairman of Tansian University. Onkera Agakita. So now, after the onya de ngoyi ori deceive people, they nwe fake here. They forge power of attorney. Se na nyere ha power of attorney. Na mu nyere power of attorney. Ebe no nye power of attorney. I don't know. Man o jezire laptop onwe. Na the checks. I go to go there before. Checks onya de la ku. Who gonna make honorarium payment. Now, ojeze this criminal and I innocent to care. We deceive the land. Swear affidavit. But one good thing about this affidavit, also I chop see the register the place. And I have seriously written to the Ministry of Land to the register this criminal formation of my property into Ifefaje Gunde Madu Wayo. Like now, what they are doing with Gunde Madu Wayo. Can you imagine? Negodi Ife Madu Bialo. Irrevocable power of attorney from Chief Rommy Ezeonwuka donor to missionary sons of Blessed Tansi. I don't know. Amahamde Wunde missionary servants of the church. Amahamde Havo. I don't know about these people. Onye mune mere ifeda with John Bosco. And ihe weloga wo missionary servants of the church. Kai melifa email. And now ojena emife or na which property did I give this power of attorney? I don't know. Man on aga. Ne de even in on ede. Debedecha je hang my signature here. So ọ bụ na nyezire ya power of attorney. Ọ bụrụ etu ka m sinye no power of attorney.
So now Obrog sign that.
Ọ bụrụ mụnwa.
But is that your signature?
Ihe awu compose signature. Ha forge if I forge.
But it looks like yours.
Yes, all now one either they make it. Okay, see my signature. Name my signature here. See my signature now. See my signature. You see my signature. Okay, name K John Bosco. Okay, if there's any for outside iji mana onye awu nnukwu onye ori. Na ebe o signere ọ bịa kwuo na John Bosco ngolo anwụ na ọnya na ya mere ife dị a. Bịa ngụcha affidavit. Ịbịa gị n'ebe ọ sign signature John Bosco. Sign ya nke ya. Mana John Bosco amaghị about ife na. And onwere ebe John Bosco mụ na ya endili ife a 2010. Yes, bịa ha na 2017. Here we go. Bịa ha na 2017. Make power of attorney. Am I me?
Yes.
Consent judgment, everything about case mụ na John Bosco nwelu na high court. Egoro my place ego. Kenyeli enye ke everything ke wepụteze we nwee this consent judgment 2010. Now, nyaka bịa na 2017. Ọsa ha na John Bosco. Na nya na John Bosco. Na nya na John Bosco signele nya na John Bosco signele Eva. Which is a lie. Nothing like this. It doesn't exist. Ida anya na anya ebe ofojele. Na anya ebe ofoji signature. Na ebe ofoji signature John Bosco. Na ebe sign linke. Na ebe ofoji signature John Bosco. Mana na ibe say na consent judgment. Ibe say na consent judgment. Efuze the signature John Bosco. Negodi edida. Ne. Ina nyeba kita. Ne signature John Bosco. Ne nko forge leba. Tijenkie. Mana kedu ihe jikoro Innocent Uke and John Bosco is signing consent judgment together. I don't know John Bosco. I don't know Innocent Uke. He's not part of John Bosco. Mona John Bosco emesigo ihe mere from 2002 to 2010. When's a final settlement?
It was Father Edwin Obera that brought Innocent Uke. So Innocent Uke has no business with John Bosco. Is that what you mean?
No, John Bosco, Innocent Uke je fanyo into John Bosco congregation.
Okay.
Whereas naturally achu or part of the Ifeda. Mana due to now, Oje master how to forge John Bosco signature. Now forge in so many able forge la bulibu. Obodo Sadam Kema.
John Bosco was alive then.
He was doing it absent of John Bosco. John Bosco ain't idea. I don't know. John Bosco ain't idea of all this forgery done by Innocent Uke. He couldn't have allowed it. All I want, but I know his soul may be rest in peace. All Innocent Uke was forging everything about John Bosco because all man of John Bosco I want. If not, kedu ka mụ na John Bosco si nwe understanding terms of settlement everything no more cut anything by 2010. Mana the power of attorney OJ forge with John Bosco was 2017.
7 years after.
7 years after. So nyaka ije chuba. We bundled him. Koje kowe to si for jiva. We bundled him koje kowe to si for jiva. Ni moto eba bundle the criminal. Kono we yinye kasok inside the motor. To tell you that these people believe that with the cassock, they can cheat and deceive the public. You got to go? So we get him arrested now to prove Ifena. So in essence, what happened? Boom. Everything done outside consent judgment, everything done outside 2010 over this issue is null and void. My court to Obiora Neje, Anemelia on Eje court, onya with the criminal tendency of the man called Father Obiora. Ndị Igbo ya n'onum malu ife nneku. Jejukwa ajuju, who is Father Obiora? Somebody like Father Edwin Obiora and Innocent Uke, I suppose his name exists in Anambra State. 2, they are criminals. 3, the Tansian University address kwena koka. Kwa Father Obiora and Innocent Uke. Innocent Uke as a register, which is unqualified to be a register. Father Obiora as a professor, unqualified to be a professor. 2 of them jikolaka. Nọrọ na Tansian University na-egbu ndị ụwa wayo. Now, ha na-eme random giving of a doctorate degree to Dick and Harry. You know, abịa sị gị chọrọ enye gị, ịchọ enye gị, ịnyefe ego enye gị. This is what they are doing. So it is good that when the elders fail to talk when they see, those elders may get blind or give deaf and dumb. Anambra elders, pụtanụ kwuo okwu. Mungonuma Nokwa Edwin Obiora due to asi all the mad stubborn in a deputation and agba akwụkwọ ọ na-eluze ọ na-agba so ya ka ọ meme. So he can't continue withholding my property and making millions from my property na-deceive ndị ụwa na-agwa ha na enwere Tansian University ụka anọkwa ha na Tansian University. Onye chọọ ịjụ ajụjụ ya jụkwa Cardinal Okpaleke ma Tansian University ọ dị n'ụka ifo ya agwa ya ewu ọ bụghị eziokwu. Onye sizie ike ya jụọ Senator Victor Ume Ọhamadike Agụlụzi Igbo si jụọ ya sị gị na o ji efụcha ife dị ebe a sepụ aka ya. My question, who is Father Obiora in deceiving and defrauding ndị mmadụ? Ọ bụrụkwa sọmụwa ka ọ na-edifraud, ịjụọ ndị ụmụnya, they will tell you. Ịjụọ ndị mkpologwu, o nwere onye mkpologwu mere will under Okadiocese, they will tell you. Mana ndị aha bịa ha were aka ha kwuo kenka na-ekwu. Sị gwa Father Obiora, 1, get out of my property, my Radiant Industries property, and pay me all they are standing since you stop John Bosco from paying me. John Bosco was paying me. He was happy that I allowed him to run the university. Even the appeal say I should own the university. Man, I told him in university. University, nwere ni university. Kwonu mugwom, bupunu nkedi n'ọba, buna umunya. Achoro zinya n'ọba. Wukwa no ya di n'ọba. It will be under my control. Ozi akansi kanzia.
Dalu. Enwego University n'ọba already. The Tansian University. The PAM site.
No, permanent site of Tansian University, the no Umunya. And the Umunya koya, the no permanent.
I'm saying, Enwego, is there a facility there?
Ordinary established as far back as 2010, the Umunya. Okay. Because look at how we get license. For us to get license for Tansian University, you must have well-structured take-off campus, which I use my factory to prepare. And you must have permanent site, which we got to Umunya to make the land available. This is what we secured that gave us license. And the license was handed over to me as a financier of the project.
Okay, so and then how can I jump on over now? That is university about nursing, radiography,
okay,
some faculty.
Yeah, some faculty. mana ebe aka a na-egwu ụmụaka wayo owu ha juru ebe ha na-anakọ 1.something million 1.something million na-enye ha random certificate because ihe esili ike ebulu ifede a je enye ha grant ha something mana ndị Anambra even the government supposed to look into this thing I'm saying because even the Ekwifabu Soludo shall cleanse everything in Anambra State. I commend him. So taking in bold enough to deal with these criminals calling themselves na ana-eme ego mbute. Ndị ego mbute emego makaba ino nka obodo oyibo bulu ibu. Ịbịa gị sị ha na oke ite. Mba jebe na meme ha dictate ebe ha bụ ogwu aga. Ụmụaka wee wuruzie ndị ghọla afịa. So now Soludo decide to tackle with people. I'm sure ndị Mozi nọ with Soludo. He couldn't have done it alone. Because ndị Mozi achọrọ ka clean si Anambra. Ọkwa Anambra wụ isi Igbo. Mana ka ọ na-eme ka nna agwa ya na ndị dị more deadlier than ndị oke ite bụ some of ndị priest. Especially person like this Obiora, Father Edwin Obiora. And the so-called one innocent 2K. Ha na-egwu ụmụaka wayo. Ha na-enye ndị mmadụ false and fake doctorate degrees. He is supposed to cleanse. Then ndị fada na-emekwa crusade adoration na-eme magic. Deal with them because by the time you confuse a prominent child na ọma agba mbọ nweta ego, igbuo onye anwa. Igbugo onye anwa. So it is as good as na mmadụ gwọrọ oke ite si ihe nweta ego tụrụ oke ite. At the same time, bịa ka nye gị ekpelu gị ekpere na miracle ya eme inwe ego. It is all the same thing. So when the state need to be cleansed, hey, cleanse all around. Cleanse all these pastors, miracle pastors, reverend criminals, people stealing in cassock. Hey, nyocha. Many bishop na-ele public ife there. Ndị fada esizi ife ndị mmadụ. Feni na wife actually cleanse obodo, cleanse all of them. This is my contribution as a stakeholder in Anambra State.
Of course. You made mention that na the nurses that in the Tansian University na graduate, they are not actually qualified. Is that what you mean? And why?
This is left for government to investigate because from no factory. If I were a Benji me factory, but then we 240 workers okay by me factory. And when certain things you have to have a teaching hospital, you have to have hospital, you have to have a qualified here. If I remember trading, they are trading certificate. What I can tell you, so far that place is concerned, what they are doing there is trading certificate. Just any certificate, they defend the bulego, they defend the certificate because where you have 300-400 people, on 1.something million. In my phone yellow. Malukwe, why they are fighting me with impunity that they should chase me to submission. I win, they can't succeed. What I'm saying, boo, leave my property and settle the outstanding there. And the law kono dewu at Tansian University. Owu na ma sign this consent judgment. Owu na ma dekwe na anya. Owu na ma sign this consent judgment with John Bosco. Nobody will take Tansian University away from me because I'm the one that used my facility as a collateral to obtain the license. Professor Koje, who was NUC secretary then, will confirm that. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you very much. Just in case, enwe ha na-akpọ take your time na Gbam. Ebe na enwe ihe ịchọ add na ajụrụ gị. Ma ọ bụ na o nwere nke add ịchọkwa ka emphasize ya on, okay? ma ọ bụ na ị nwere ekene pụrụ iche ma ọ bụ ayịyọ pụrụ iche ma ọ bụ shout out nke ọ bụla ị nwe achọrọ m ịbịacha Gbam na ka izida. So this is an opportunity for you to take your time. Enwe ihe ọzọ iche add na this conversation, please go ahead and do that. Ganiru.
Ife ma adịwo ikene gị nwa na ndị ọlụ gị taa ka m fọrọ ife bụ ife anọ n'enu ekita, a situation where you can send message to people. I commend you and your group for this.
Thank you.
Then now Anambra, by next week we are going for the inauguration second term of Governor Soludo. It will fall into what I was saying when we are campaigning for the first tenure. Before the Soludo came, I was telling everybody who want to hear, I still believe now many years recall, when I was saying, no nye OAU chicha Anambra, ndị Anambra ya afọ ife dị iche. O nwekwe ka nsi gwata governor about last week or something. Yes. Na amụma nke aha na mmatali ọfụma. Yes. Soludo ya showcase ife o ji si maka ndị be anyị ndị agwata na akwụkwọ ezigbo mmadụ. Anyị na dị very humble and sincere. That's why somebody like me devote my will to make ife mere for ndị Anambra. And ndị Anambra ya ma the Rojenny a na-ekwu bụ ndị Anambra nwe ya na ngwodu taa the Rojenny is already there. Mana ndị ọzọ nwechara ego karịa ntenta asị lụcha ife niile ha lụ onwezi nke a na-afụ. But Rojenny achọ m afro na-agba bọọlụ na-egwu mmiri, zoo dị ebe anwa, amusement park dị ebe anwa, handball dị ebe anwa, tennis ball dị ebe ahụ. Ọ ndị na-eme ife a bụ the rich people enwe n'ụwa today. And that Rojenny has optago people who have made it overseas. People like Celestin Babayaro, people like Oruma, people like Kanwankwo. So people should build into using the available facility, and parents should release their children kafana ndị nwe sports talent. Ị na-eje dịsa akwụkwọ kwefula oke akwụkwọ. Ha maka oke akwụkwọ awụghị uru. Ọ ya mee o nwekwara ndị prọfesọ oge anyị pere mpe anyị na-ada agba ọsọ ma ahụ ndị prọfesọ asị na ha jiri akwụkwọ wee gụrụ brain.
That was late.
Gụọ akwụkwọ. Onye nwa ya gụchalụ all this here. CJ for skill acquisition. Okuku nghọta na that government are looking towards that area. Ọ bụrụ kwa ka m repeat kwa and I can continue repeating biko ndị Igbo ofife unu ya emelụ ndị unu fụ n'anya nwụla anwụ bụ onye nwe osi nie. And m ejikwe this opportunity commend a Catholic bishop no Nnewi that is now Jonah Benson.
Bishop Benson Jonas Okoye.
Yeah, Bishop Jonah Benson. I'm ekwu tie maka ife mụ na-akpa. Ọ sị na anyanwa kwenyere onye nwe osi nie na nwanne Paul nwụrụ enili ozugbo. And o kwuru nyanwa wu bishop nwụọ seti ikwenye na mortuary. Ọ kwa ihe bishop na-ekwu nka. Ndị nkịtị wee nunu ya mụta ife. I know the highest Igbo leader who was a President General of Ohaneze, who was a medical doctor that has even teaching hospital himself, Dr. Dozie Ikedife Ikenga Nnewi. Okulu Sibiko, Odekulede, Onwosini Kwe, Setikwene na mortuary. So with all this type of people, Akademe and Indo Kenya, unenekwe n'ụmụaka ọgbara ọfụla nọ na Yahoo. Ọ kwa ife ndị Yahoo na-eme ka ha ji ozu na-eme o. Maka o nwezi ndị na-anwụ agbanwụọ asị na ụmụ ya ndị ntekịrị si na city na mortuary. And ndị Anambra ma anụ na-enwe law guiding that onwekwe ozu ya dị more than 2 months. Mana ije kita enwe ndị 20 years, 15 years, 10 years and all this thing. Onwe mbọsị mkpọrọ Commissioner for Environment and Commissioner for Health gwafa ọ bụrụ gọvanọ ka anyị na-eche nyenu degree si bidogodu ozi dị 2 months gabazia si evacuate all of them. Ona afụ na Anambra ya aton. Sit at home we go. Zombies will disappear. Maka all zombie emanating from unburied corpses na possess ụmụaka na-eme ife ha nọ in drug ha nọ in a cultism, ha nọ in all this 419, and more especially ha nọ na idleness and the youth restiveness, which have ruined our youth. Our youth abaro school. So and make kenekwa ndị Anambra, as I said, na-ekwu na with the second term of governor coming, nnukwu ife dị iche ya dị. And onye aṅụ na ngwọ na nkwụ na-abịa.
Ogilisi Igbo. Thank you very much for all you've done for the Anambra State. Ndị Gen Z nwere ike ha ama onye mmụọ ya nọ ife a. Mana anyị nwa bụ millennium. Anyị nwa bụ ndị amụ na 80s and 90s. Anyị ma onye Igbo. Dalorin, thank you. It is a very good honor to have someone like you still around. Nya me njiwe kpatu aka n'ife dị iche iche ka anyị wee mụtakwa one or two from Ogilisi Igbo. Otego itibe mkpunya bụ mortuary na ozu. Afụgo m video, afụgo m write up, afụgo m news, and then and my authorities to actually look into this. Na otego nya bụ nwoke tibelu mkpu a si nwagodie manya bụzi na owo. Dalorin all of us na Gbam na sige dalo ifugo ka isi we Dalorin. Thank you very much. And bye. This is where we bring it ebe aka ga draw the curtain. Anyị na-ekene Chief Rommy Ezeonwuka Ogilisi Igbo ịbịa na yela tata ezigbo onye akpọ afam ka bụ Dr. Chijioke Igwendo odogwu bụ ya mba bụ ezigbo onye Aba. Ngwanụ Komesiano udo ndị be anyị unu kpọrọ nya bụ oku anyị azago. Ugbu a ị ga-abụ onye ọbịa na Gbam n'agbanyeghị ebe ọbụla ị nọ n'ụwa. Ị chọrọ ka anyị gbaa gị ajụjụ ọnụ maọbụ ị chọrọ ka ụwa nụ ọnụ gị, deere anyị ozi maọbụ kpọọ anyị n'akara ekwentị ndị a ị na-ahụ n'iru onyonyo gị. Daalụnụ.